today. How are the conditions looking? We've been here kind of all day, been a bit of a slow start to the morning. We're finally getting things underway. How does it look out there?
Yeah, we've been here since 6:30 a.m. this morning, just waiting for that swell to arrive. There was a
10 seconds.
we knew that this swell was going to come. We didn't really know when it was going to come, so we were like keeping the options open all day. And yeah, it seems like it's starting to roll in. There's a little bit of a long time between the sets still, so we have decided to change the format, and we're going to run 40 minutes heats today. So there will be 4 men's heat of 40 minutes, three surfers per heat, just to give everybody equal opportunities to catch waves, get that set wave, so time doesn't run out. So there'll probably be a little bit of downtime in the heats, but yeah, it looks like when the sets roll in, they're absolutely beautiful. Offshore conditions, really nice.
Yeah, we've seen some great waves rolling through. Sets come through every 10 minutes or so. But this first heat of the quarterfinals, Benoit Carpentier, Clement Rosero, and Taka Inoue.
Wow, what a hit.
It's already a final, as you were talking about.
I was like, oh yeah, I feel like that could almost be a final. It's like really, really great surface. And I just see, here we have the clock of 25 minutes. We're just going to see if we can get that changed, because it is 40 minutes heats.
That's right, 40-minute heats. We see the subsurfers sitting next to that rock sticking out of the water. That is one of the deeper takeoff points here at Eliorette. We have moved venues for the final days of action. That wave kind of breaks off that rock there. There's also a little bit of a peak further down the line to the left of screen. We may see some competitors head down there, especially after they've caught their waves. Maybe a wide set might come through. So there's a few different takeoff options out there today. The heat in the water has begun. We see subsurfers sitting down, waiting for waves. Looks like maybe a set on the horizon, Emily.
Yeah, it looks like Ben and Taka might have a look at something there. And yeah, I would say this. I feel like every time we look out, it's like shorter and shorter time between those sets, and yeah, so it looks like that swell is really starting to hit, and so we get to run some heats this afternoon, and then hopefully tomorrow. And looks like Taka is up and riding.
Benoit around the rock.
Oh, sorry, that's Benoit. Sorry.
So they've pushed each other very deep on this peak behind the rock. I haven't seen anyone take off in that position yet. So very much fighting for that priority to begin with. We've got looks like a cameraman out in the water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a rock right there. Yeah, I just saw Benoit. He was just out there before the heat, also catching a few waves, and yeah, it looks like there's definitely some good potential out there.
Oh, lots of potential out there today. Definitely. We've been sitting here for the last couple of hours watching the conditions, making a call every 15 minutes to try and get underway, and it looks like the tide has just dropped back enough for the waves to start pulsing through. We're going to be in for a great afternoon of surfing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, it's about having some patience out there today and just waiting for those bigger sets to roll in, because this spot, we need a bit of a swell.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a swell to start breaking here at Eliorette. There's plenty of surfers around the corner at Las Canteras, where we've been the last few days, but conditions over there pretty smaller, bit more crowded as well. The bigger sets are definitely rolling through here as we see some of our competitors repositioning themselves. Benoit maybe looking to opt to surf down the line a little bit. As those bigger sets do roll through, they do start to break a bit wider. But 2 surfers will make it through this heat to the semi-finals. Just one surfer being eliminated in each heat today. Benoit looking at a little wave here.
Ben have found himself a little, no, just a quick in and out, having a look at that.
So interesting strategies coming into play today. Benoit maybe staying a little bit busy, hunting around to catch some waves. And our other surfers are just going to wait and patiently for those sets to come through.
Yeah, we see Ben. He seems a bit like going in there and maybe just want to get a few waves under his belt, and then hopefully he can then sit back and try to back them up with some bigger scores. Because he knows like this is a day where the ocean could get flat for a while, so it's important to have those scores. But yeah, Taka and Clement seems to take it pretty easy out there in the back.
Yeah, just taking a rest to begin this heat. We did see that swell slowly start to fill in throughout the day. It's quite a long period swell, up to about 16, maybe 18 seconds. There was a point on the swell today. So we're going to see a long time between waves, and then it's going to start to drop back with that period as we move into tomorrow. So we have, like you said before, Emily, we have kind of changed the draw a little bit. There's not going to be a man-on-man or women-on-women heats. It's going to be 4-person semi-finals and final moving forward.
Yeah, and it looks like might be a set here for Clement. Yeah, Clement up and riding here. And Ben on the inside here with a nice carve up the top. And great hitting the lip there to finish before the wave closes out. And we have Taka up and riding. Unfortunately, he goes down.
It's going to be so interesting to see. You really need to capitalize on the wave you do catch out there. We've been saying it's very slow. Not many waves coming through. I think we caught up with Benoit on that wave because he was in that better position. Clement maybe a little bit too deep, so we'll see what he got done on that wave. But every surfer at least getting a score on the board.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like Ben might have been smart there, just taking a little bit of an inside position, maybe realizing that the wave would like close out a bit there and just trying to go a little bit further down the line.
Well, he did win here last year to become the world champion, so he knows his break quite well. He'll be happy to be back to defend his world title. He's just a body surfer out there.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're going to get a replay from Clement's wave. And Benoit first.
Up and riding here.
So
and
Benoit's had a nice two-turn combination on this one. Off the top, and then brought it right through for this end section here, kind of releasing the fins in the back of the wave. And then riding out, using that paddle for balance. It's a lot of control from Benoit. Nothing too, fancy.
But great start. Just, yeah, getting that first score.
To see, you really need to capitalize on the wave you do
Taka
catch
up
out
and
there.
riding here.
It's very slow. Taka just coming unstuck again.
Yeah.
On that top turn. He had a nice little snapping turn to begin with. But Taka just unfortunately come unstuck. I think they're going to see Benoit staying busy and then maybe adopt his strategy.
So now, I think this is wrong. I think definitely Clement is sitting with that first priority now. And yeah, score dropping for Benoit. It's a 5.33. That first that two-turn combination.
A good score for 2 turns. Benoit will be happy with that. Get a score on the board, and it's going to be the highest score of the heat. Well, obviously we'll wait for Clement's wave. I think it was just that 1.37 though. So Benoit sitting in a great position to begin quarterfinal number 1 for the men. Benoit signalling back to the beach. I wonder what he was signaling for there.
32 minutes remaining. And we're just having here 32 minutes remaining. So yeah, still plenty of time. But I don't really understand the priority. No, now it looks like Clement is sitting with that first priority.
Yeah, he'll be sitting waiting patiently for the next set to come through. Won't want to give up his priority for that set. We'll probably see Taka and maybe Ben staying a bit more busy. Taka paddling toward that rock on the right-hand side of screen. So staying very deep. We've seen a couple of nice waves peel off there earlier today. Looks like he's having a look at this one on the inside. He's going to stay really busy on some small ones. But he just needs to fill out that board a little bit. He come unstuck on his first 2 waves, so just needs to make a wave to then head out. It was very shallow in there where he ended up.
5.33. 5.33. Second wave for yellow. 3 points. 3 points.
Should we play some highlights? Can I just get the highlights from day 3 up and running, if that's all right? Okay.
And while we wait for the next set, we're just gonna run some highlights from the day 3 the other day, because we had another amazing day and we know we have a really great highlight video from that.
Welcome to day number 3 of the Gran Canaria Pro Am, kicking things off this morning with the Pro Women's and Pro Men's Round 1.
She's going to get that wall to play with.
Bottom turning up into the lip. Pull the trigger on this one. Takes off, goes to the right. Riding on this left-handed.
Up and riding.
Up into the lip for this end section. Sliding the turn there.
Go up and riding.
Bringing this one through that wave, standing up really tall on the inside. Great slashing turn off the top, linking together. Alright, so we'll see what he does on the end section. He gets that board project. He's up and riding here, super fast, carving.
Getting that speed and
and manages to fit in enough. This one, be able to get that score. He's going to be able to back it up with it. Finishing today's action with the junior boys in the water. Kapono Fukuda taking the win for another world title in the juniors. Stay tuned to appworldtour.com for updates on when the event is going to get underway next.
oh, great highlight video from day 3. It already feels like ages ago.
It does, yeah. We had a busy couple of days in between there. We're going to get caught up on all of that, what we did over the last couple of days. But yeah, fantastic to see the action getting back underway here at El Lloret in Las Palmas de Gran Canaria. So no waves were caught during that highlight reel, so we didn't miss anything.
No.
You didn't miss any action at all. We're still waiting for, I think all the scores are locked in actually. For all the scores, Tucker's last wave at 2.93 puts him up into the 2nd position. And Clement sitting with that priority.
Yeah, we are sitting on a bus on the beach today, so we can actually follow the live action. We can see the water and we can see our screen here, so we can see if there's any waves written as well. And yeah, see, it looks like Tucker is paddling here on the inside.
Yeah, it looks like there's a little wave forming up for him down on the inside here. So Tucker, anyway, a little floater off the lip there, so projecting himself out, just decides to kick out. And the reason he wants to kick out early is because there's rocks all along this beach, Emily, here. It's a bit of a tough, jump off the rocks, paddle out, and also getting back in is a bit difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen any competitors jumping off the rocks yet?
No, actually I didn't see. Didn't see
Him
that yet.
down
It
on
looks
the
like
inside here?
maybe there's a wave here for Clement. He is
Tucker, anyway, a little
up and riding. Let's see if this one is gonna stand up for him. Getting some speed here. Nice turn off the lip. And another snap. Oh, unfortunately, he gets a bit stuck there and goes down.
Yeah, so all these rocks underneath the wave, they create these boils and these steeper sections. It's really hard to know when those rocks are coming up as well. As we look out from our bus, we can kind of see some boils out there. You might see them on the wave pop up as well as the surfers are up and riding. So a lot to contend with out there. Not just the paddle out that's tricky, also the wave in the way it's shaped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, hopefully, like we're approaching. We've been on hold also because of the high tide, and we're hoping now with the tide going down that there's going to be more waves on offer. So hopefully, throughout the afternoon, there's going to be more and more waves.
Yeah, we're looking forward to some more waves coming through, some more action to bring you from day number 4 of the Gran Canaria Pro-Am. Going to be crowning world champions tomorrow for this event. Going to be running semi-finals and the finals of both men and women. That'll be coming up tomorrow morning. Going to look to get started at around 7:30 local time. That's GMT.
25 minutes and
So
10 seconds.
we'll make sure you stay tuned for all the action tomorrow. Tune in.
Next hit will be in red.
We're just going to be waiting for those scores to come through for Clement's last wave to see if that puts him back up into second place.
Yeah, I think we also need. Did we have a score from Tucker's last wave? The little insider.
I think, no, not yet as well. We're still waiting for that Tucker's last wave. Just that one floating turn off the top.
Yeah. See, little set rolling in here.
A little bump. No one
Yeah.
decides to go though. But yeah, the paddle out and also coming back in are very tricky here, especially when the waves get a little bit bigger. It's very hard to know where to go in at. On the left of screen, there's a bit of a channel that runs next to the contest area that you can paddle out there. But when the waves are big, it's just a big shore break along those rocks. You see this great drone angle here. Those rocks are going to extend right throughout the shoreline. So competitors having to pick an entry point. You see there we are on the red bus.
Yes.
The event site, the beautiful drone angle. The beach at El Lloret. All the spectators can line up along the kind of promenade here. Great area to catch all the action.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful day. It's really warm today as well.
It has been a lovely warm day. Not too much wind around, keeping the conditions really smooth for the subsurfers, but also really warm on the beach. I was walking past along the promenade. There's all the signs with the time and the degrees and how hot it is. I saw it 1 minute. Literally, I was walking between the timers or between each of the clocks and the heat. They've got like 10 of them along the beach.
Yeah.
And between one and the next one, the degrees have gone up like 2 degrees. It was 26, and then I looked at it again, it was 28, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's just heating up.
Hot, and it was quite cold this morning, and then suddenly the heat came with the sun. It was raining this morning when I woke up.
It was raining this morning.
And we have a score in from Clemens here. It's a 2.47. So yeah, not enough to bring him up to that second position. So it's like Benoit is up and riding here. A nice snap off the top, coming around again for another one. Oh, landing almost on a rock there. Looked like it. Oh, yeah, another nice one. It seems like Ben has like found the momentum here, as we see. Maybe Clemens having a look at this one.
Yeah, Clement up and riding on his backhand, pumping down the line, looking for some scoring opportunity. He finds the lip on that section there, just that one turn. I'm pretty impressed with Ben Meyer's wave. He's probably going to better his 5.33 to boost his scoreline. Saw him on a few practice waves before the event, and he didn't look super glued to his board, but I think he is now.
Yeah.
He came in and got the super glue, and then went back out.
Yeah. And let's see what Tucker can do on this one. He is up and riding, and nice snap off the top. Another carve back in the white water. Another, great one. Another re-entry there to finish. So yeah, good start for Benoit and Tucker here. Also missing a score from Clemens there. Unfortunately, his wave didn't have that much to offer. It was just that single finishing turn.
Yeah, you can see those rocks coming into play, creating those boils and that kind of almost step on the wave face that Tucker had to go through there. Ben Meyer landing on it. So maybe check the fins after that one. Going to be good scores locking in for both red and yellow. And Clement, he's been a bit patient in this heat. I saw him get a really nice wave before the contest started as he was warming up. He's going to look to try and emulate that going forward. It's been a couple of busy days as we've been off. Emily, what have you been up to the last couple of days? Although we've been like commentating together and we're staying in the same house together,
Yeah.
we haven't seen each other for the last couple of days. We've been busy.
I've been quite busy with all the athletes. We've been out filming a lot with them, doing doing interviews and doing activities, and yeah, so hopefully there'll be some very cool content coming out soon. So stay tuned on the ABP World Tour on Instagram and Facebook and so on. Yeah, yesterday I went on a little surf trip with Lashni, Alini,
20
and
minutes.
Luchi,
20
and
minutes.
Juan and Enrique
Priority number one for
from the
red.
Spanish team. And
Priority
yeah,
number two
it was
for
great. We just
white.
like drove around a bit on the island, saw a bit different spot, checked different spot, and we did some interviews, and then we all went for a surf together, and it was super nice. And I was just on my longboard, and yeah, it was small yesterday, but we went a bit north, and there was a bit more swell, so we actually managed to find some waves.
That's really good. There was no waves, where the contest site is,
Mhm.
and where we had contests the last few days either. So I'm glad you found some waves. That was really good.
Yeah. So so yeah, fun day, and just get to hang out and get to know the athletes little bit better was super nice. And the day before we, yeah, also just did lots of interviews with the athletes, got some interesting stories and knowledge, and yeah, it was super cool.
Oh, fantastic. Did you take the Volkswagen vans for a spin yesterday?
We did,
Oh,
and
nice.
I got to drive it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you have to tell me about that. How does it feel? What's it like to drive there?
Uh,
So, for those of you that don't know of the Volkswagen, very kind sponsor of the event, they have some amazing looking electric vans down here, and yeah, you drove one. Tell us about it.
oh man, let's see with this wave from Ben here. He is up and right. He seems to find the good ones here. No, nice guy. Now he's turn off the top here, and another one as he just hits that end section. Yeah, Benoit seems to be on fire today.
He's really is on fire. He dropped an 8.17 for his previous ride. Benoit going to back that one up with another great score there. He had 3 really nice turns on that ride. So Benoit Carpentier definitely solidifying his position to move forward into the semi-finals coming up tomorrow.
And now we have Clement sitting with that first priority. So let's see if he managed to patiently wait for a good one. But yeah, so so we took the Volkswagen vans on the trip yesterday, which was amazing, and yeah, they drive very well. Full electrical. I was a little bit like spaced out in the beginning when I started riding. There's like no sound, no nothing, but yeah, really nice.
At the moment, white is leading.
Yeah, nice. They are
Okay.
pretty
Last
slick
wave
looking
of
vehicles.
white, 3.5.
So
3.5. White, you're still in third position.
still waiting for that last score of Benoit.
6.93.
Taka Inoue dropped a 6.83 for his previous ride, so puts him up into those double digits heat total. And then Clement Rosero is looking for a pretty big score to be able to move up into the lead. 6.68. Benoit up again on the inside. She's racing down the line on this one. Switches the paddle, opting for a nice carve off the top. Slides the tail at the end there. Great turn from Benoit. He's just having fun out there now, knowing he's got a couple of good scores already.
Yeah, he's looking stronger and stronger throughout this competition. Also did a very good performance in the longboarding. And yeah, great to see him again. He got a world champion here last year, and he's also won the European Championship just a month ago.
Yeah, that's right. He's been on a bit of a roll recently. He's definitely won a French national title, I believe, for SUP and possibly longboard, I believe, as well. So Benoit, very accomplished rider on all different types of craft. He's been getting into, well, he's definitely a very competent foiler, but he's getting into downwind foiling. I was talking to him the other day. He's got a couple of new boards that Starboard have brought out that he's testing and doing some downwind runs. He's really enjoying it. But Benoit also competing on the wing foiling world tour. So he's doing a lot of competition.
Yeah, I think him and Clement are doing a lot of that together, and I know they're both like very accomplished watermen and doing very different types of sports. And yeah, I was doing one of the interviews the other day. Yeah, Ben just trying to stay really busy. I think we might just have a replay of Ben's 8.17 there.
Again on the inside. She's racing down the line on this one. Yes, this was Switches the paddle.
Benoit's
Last wave. Still waiting for that score to come through. Love that technique where he switches the paddle over. Able to get a lot of projection in that turn right back toward the pocket. Still waiting for scores to drop though. Benoit's last 2 waves.
Yeah, he's been staying very busy. Might be the good strategy today.
Yeah, definitely. As we just kind of take a look out the window, Benoit sitting right further down the peak toward the kind of left of screen that you're looking at. Clement and Tucker. That's a great drone shot of where Benoit is sitting right down the end there. Trying to find those wider sets that break. He did manage to find his higher scores on those wider ones as well. Tucker and Clement kind of a little bit too deep on those big ones, but they're very few and far between, so I think these competitors opting to just get those smaller waves that do break and a bit more consistent throughout today. But Benoit's just dropped another huge score.
Wow.
So an 8.33 and an 8.17 for Benoit Carpentier. He's now basically put everyone in combination, but Tucker needs a 9.67 to get the lead.
Yeah, and and today just 2 surfers will go into the semifinals tomorrow, so it's just 1 surfer getting eliminated. So yeah, right now it seems like it's a fight between Tucker and Clement for that 2nd place.
Definitely a fight. About 13.5 minutes remaining, so still plenty of time for another set to come through. It's actually Tucker's birthday yesterday, 23 years old. Happy birthday to Tucker. He won the men's longboard division earlier on this week. So APP World Tour longboard champion for 2023. Be pretty stoked with that.
Yeah, together with his sister.
Exactly. Katie.
Yeah.
Taking the win in both juniors and the longboard, and looking to defend her Open Women Pro World title as well, coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, great day for the family, I would say. But yeah, bit of a downtown time now here between the sets. And just see, Commands maybe trying to move a little bit further down.
Yeah, something's happening out there. A few little bumps coming through. Not sure if they're going to really eventuate into anything.
But Clement is sitting with first priority and might have a look at this one. No.
Unfortunately, not going to break there. He's going to have to sit and wait for a little bit longer. Once he has a look at this little one. Might decide to... No, he just decides not to go for that one. He's going to sit and wait for the next set to come through. See that little rock pop up there?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're going to come out of nowhere. You can see all those boils on the water.
Yeah, so yeah, Clement's just choosing to sit on that priority and hoping that bigger and better set is coming through.
Yeah, so that last wave of Benoit drops a 4.6 for that one carve off the top. So judges really liking the way Benoit is surfing these waves. In the pocket, critical, throwing some spray, a lot of power, but very controlled is the biggest part of the judging criteria. They want to see control and flow, linking maneuvers together. That's exactly what Benoit's doing, which is why he's getting those excellent scores.
As I'm just looking out the ocean now, it looks like Ben is like found the right spot to be, and now he's looking to get into another one.
Benoit up and riding, switching that paddle for a cutback to begin with, as this wave kind of slopens on the face, and then it steepens up on the inside here. Benoit going up to the lip, throws the tail. And again, he is just super glued to that board. There's no way he was falling off that, even though it looked like he was. So that kind of wow factor the judges are really going to like.
Wow, and just interesting how he's sitting on third priority and he's sitting a bit further down and he's just still managed to get these amazing waves.
Yeah, it's so true. He really understands this spot out here. He's been practicing ever since he arrived. Looked like Clement also had a wave there. Probably the same wave as Benoit, but a little bit sitting a little bit further up the reef. So not getting the kind of open face. We'll catch up with possibly a replay from him. And also the score to drop.
Yes, it seems like the wave might be closing out a little bit more where Clement's been sitting and Ben's been getting that second part of it.
Yeah, so I was talking to a few of the locals here over the last kind of couple of days, trying to get some insights into this wave. The high tide waves are better on that right-hand side of screen. As the tide drops out, which it is doing right now, the waves are better down where Ben is sitting. So maybe Ben Ma's been speaking to the locals too, the local knowledge.
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
And yeah, let's see. Looks like Clement might be moving down towards where Ben is sitting. They are teammates, and maybe Ben is now, he knows he's sitting on some good scores, so maybe he'll try to help his teammate a little bit.
Yeah, I think hopefully Ben Ma might share some waves.
Yeah, now they're having a little chat.
Clement still looks happy though.
Yeah, he still looks stoked.
He's like, where are you finding these excellent rides?
Yeah.
I haven't seen any waves come through.
9.67. And red, you have 8.17 and 8.33.
So yeah, still waiting for those scores on your screen to drop for Surfer in white. That last wave. There it is there, a 5.43, so he did get a bit of work done. That's going to improve his situation. They're looking for about a 5-point ride.
Yeah, 5.01. So yeah, everything is still open for that first position. Or the second position, sorry.
Yeah, that advancing position to the semi-finals tomorrow. Everyone will be super keen to make it to finals day. It's always exciting when you get to finals day.
Yeah.
Kind of like that tick off the list, isn't it? Okay, I'm done. I've made it that far to finals day. Then you can kind of relax and then, get prepared for that next step.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, if these waves, if the swell is a bit delayed, and then we're looking into having a great day tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly right. Hoping to wake up with some very consistent surf. We'll be going into 4-person heats for the semis and final, with a bit of a longer heat time as well. It's going to give all competitors a great shot at that world title. Also, we're going to be running that priority situation with the 4 surfers in the water too. So give everyone equal opportunity to be able to get the best waves out there.
Yellow, your last wave, 6.83, still leading 9.67.
As you can see,
Red,
the Atlantic Ocean out there. Nothing too much on the horizon as we speak, but they often pop out of nowhere, these waves, especially from that deeper water. You can kind of see them coming in from a little bit further when you're around the corner where we have been at La Cissère. The last kind of week we've been surfing there. But here is a bit more deep water. That's why you get a bit more powerful wave. It kind of stands up on those rocks that break underneath where the surfers are.
Yeah, and interesting. It looks like Clement is sitting with that second priority, and he's now moving up again towards the rocks.
Yeah, so maybe you see something up there that is going to
Looks like there's a
eventuate.
wave coming for Taka here on the inside as I look out in the ocean. Or maybe Ben again. Ben is not...
No, so as we see, like, those waves pop up out of nowhere. Ben Meyer racing down the line on this one. Going to do one huge turn off the top. He's going to have a bit more space to get another turn in. He gets off the top, racing down the line here all the way through to the end section. And he's going to kick out because the rocks are right in front of him there. Taka Inoue up and riding behind him. He's going to race around this section. Trying to get around. He's going to throw it up into that lip. Oh, carving turn off the top. Going to try and race around it, but just comes unstuck.
And we're having wide up and riding as well. Nice turn off the top here. See if he can connect it all the way to the inside. Pumping some speed here. And hitting it nice and vertical here on the inside. Oh, almost on the rock here as well. Alright, so
6 minutes. 6
that was three waves ridden there. So yeah, now waiting for a score from all surfers. That's interesting. Taka was definitely on the bigger wave than Clemence, but didn't really manage to finish it, where Clemence was a bit of a smaller one, but managed to finish it.
Yeah, and looking for that 5.01. He got 3 turns done on that with control. It's going to be interesting to see where it goes. Like you said, a bit of a smaller wave as we see some more sets rolling in here at Elliorette as Tucker is going to take a look at this one. He's in a perfect position as he drops in. Clermont has to look at him as this one. Huge carve off the top. Tucker vertical up into the lip. He's going to take this one through for a 3rd turn in the lip and rides out with control. Takes a look at the judges and says, yeah, that's a great score.
That was a great wave.
5 minutes.
So Tucker is very happy with that wave. Just as we thought Clermont might make a charge up into 2nd, Tucker gets that set.
Yeah, that's going to be a big score.
Yeah, you can see him getting that board up into the lip. Very different style to Benoit, but still that really critical controlled surfing. He's definitely going to increase his scoreline. But we've got the 2 French competitors sitting out next to each other. Obviously, Ben with priority, but I think, if a wave does come, like you said, he might give it to his mate.
Yeah.
Just to give him one last opportunity as the clock is winding down for the first quarterfinals of the men. 2 of these competitors in this heat will be moving through. We do have Water Patrol out there as well today. Always Water Patrol here with the rocks and some other things, but it's good to have Water Patrol here. Very deep water wave. A great shot of Benoit sitting there, just casually waiting. He knows he's pretty comfortably out in the lead.
Yes, definitely. Those 2 8-point rides are going to be hard to beat. But yeah, I'm excited to see what Tucker score they're going to come in as.
I'm excited too, Emily. It's going to be one that I think Clermont does not want to hear.
I know. But we're still waiting out for...
So Benoit drops that 6.67 for his previous ride. Not enough to go into his top score line.
Looks like there might be something on the horizon.
Little something coming through. Little bump. Benoit might have a look at this. You can see at the front here, Tucker also opting to have a look at this one. Clermont's just going to sit. Maybe Benoit using this to give Clermont priority. Benoit just pulling off a little 360. Very casual. He's going to do another one on the same wave.
Oh, he's just playing around now.
He went down right next to that rock, though. It's going to pop up shortly.
So yeah, now Clermont sitting there with first priority. 2.5 minutes left on the clock, so hopefully for him there will be another set approaching before the time runs out.
That's the thing, Emily. He needs another set because we know that Tucker's going to drop a good score for that last wave of his. He's going to need a good size wave to be able to get the score required. Still waiting for those scores to drop for Tucker. Judges taking their time, deliberating, wanting to make sure they get this score right. But also, Clermont wanting to happen soon so he can get an update. We keep trying to take a look out there, but not much on offer.
Well, when we look at the window here, it could look like there might be a little set approaching. So, see, Clermont looks like he's going to be up and have a look here.
Tucker paddling down the reef a little bit, maybe looking to go a bit wider to see if there's anything behind it. But Benoit in the spot for this small one. He's going to just play around with the end of this heat. He's going to get used to his board. He's riding that 6.9. Oh, just laid on the paddle there. Huge carve.
And almost on the rock.
So he'll probably opt to come in after that ride. Checking his fins. Making sure they're all there. Benoit opting to ride a quad fin in this heat. But he'll be moving through to the semi-finals tomorrow.
1 minute. Last
We
minute.
just hear the beach announcer saying 1 minute left in the first quarterfinal of the men. You see the other competitors there waiting for the next heat to start. Another epic showdown that will be. We'll look to see if anything else gets done here. Tucker dropped a 3.72 for that last wave. So not a huge score, as we were talking about, for 3 big turns. So
No, I think that is his previous one
I
where
think
he
you must be
fall on the last turn.
lucky you're here with me, Emily.
Yeah, otherwise, yeah, that would be. I think there's still another score missing from him.
10 seconds, we remove the count.
So looking like we are counting this heat out.
4,
Right now, Tucker on a wave on the inside. And Tucker will hold on to that second place.
heat is over.
Benoit and Tucker moving through to the semi-finals tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Clement Montero unfortunately bowing out of competition in this first quarterfinal. But much more to come from him in the next year.
Yeah, for sure. As now that set he was waiting for looks like it's approaching. Unfortunately, too late.
Yeah, looks like that set rolling through. As we going to head to a short commercial break. Stay tuned. Quarterfinal number 2 of the men's round coming up next. Welcome back to day number 4 of the APP World Tour Gran Canaria Pro-Am in the water. We have quarterfinal of the men's heat number 2, Leco Salazar, Juan de los Reyes, and Moritz Marsh. They're out there currently. We've just had a couple of waves being ridden to start off this heat. We'll get you all caught up with that action. Thanks very much for tuning in. My name is Bo Nixon, joined by Emily Utrup in the studio to call the action.
Yeah,
Wow.
we are sitting on a bus down on the beach. We can look at our screen, but we can also see live action. And while we were on a commercial break, there was just an amazing set rolling in, and I think all the surfers had a wave. So yeah, this is also another exciting heat. As we're seeing Juan here in the picture, he's also been looking very, very strong. I was actually surfing with him yesterday. I told you earlier we went on this little road trip and got some waves, and yeah, the waves weren't that good yesterday. It was a bit onshore, but yeah, he was just surfing absolutely amazing.
He makes any wave look good.
Yeah.
Juan, absolutely incredible surfer, incredible person as well. Off the water, very cool guy, always up for a chat. He's come up against Leco Salazar in this heat, 2012 world champion, your 2022 longboard world champion for the APP World Tour. He got second this year to Tucker, who scored a 9-point ride in that last heat. We heard that score come through just as this heat was starting.
Yeah, that was that score. You couldn't understand. It was a 3.7. It turns out it was a 9. So
It was a 9.
yeah, the judges did have their eyes on it.
They certainly did. And also Moritz Marsh in this heat. German, originally hailing from Germany, but now living in the Canary Islands here in Gran Canaria. So he knows this wave quite well. Moritz, a 10-time German SUP champion. And no slouch on a windsurf, foil, wing, or everything else either.
Yeah, it looked like he had a great wave when we looked out the window just before, and so yeah, maybe we can see if we can get a replay of that, but that looked really great.
Yeah, surfer in yellow, Moritz Marsh there, sitting next to Juan, maybe having a little chat out there in the water. So we see a score drop through for Leco Salazar, a 4-point ride to kick off things for him. He was taking off quite deep on the reef next to that rock that we saw competitors. So we're going to drop it down to the bus now for an interview with the winner of the last heat.
Welcome back, everyone. I am here again with Benoit Carpenter, who is still wearing the red rashi, representing the red bus and the winner's jersey. He just passed through first for the first round of today's heats. Now, tell me, how does it feel to be back at the beach that you were titled 2022 World Champion?
Feels good. It's sunny. It's a sunny day today, so we're lucky, and the swell is finally here. So after 2 days of waiting, we finally get some wave, and I'm really happy to be back here and in front of that red bus, and yeah, and winning the heat. So it was a tough one with my friend Clement, you know, and Taka obviously reaping with the 9 at the end. So really happy to win that heat, and yeah, I was feeling good during the whole heat. I think my strategy paid off in between scrolling in between both peaks, the more over there like with the high tide, and the real Helioret peak more on the inside. And yeah, I feel like I did a good job, and I'm really happy with my surfing and the board, the way my little board felt in the water. So.
Yeah, tell me about your board. You're surfing starboard. Tell me about this one.
Yeah, so that's the Spice model from Starboard. We have the Pro and the Spice, and that one is obviously 6'9" by 24.5", and it's 74 liters. So that's the board I've been riding all year long, and that's my baby right now. You know, it's a bit ding everywhere. I want to thanks to my dad for fixing my board actually, because I've been dinging it a lot.
That's little love bites. You know, it's all part of it. Well, thank you, Benoit, and I'm sure we'll see more of you in the next coming hours.
Thanks, guys. Ciao, ciao.
Thanks, Tatiana, for that interview with Benoit, winner of the first quarterfinal for the men, to be moving through to semi-finals tomorrow. As we get caught up with action in the water, and those scores have dropped for the first waves ridden for all competitors. Moritz Marsh in the lead, as you said, Emily. You saw a great wave from him. That's a 5.67. So he's currently sitting in that number 1 position. Leco Salazar, as we said, with that 4-point ride, and Juan just with a small score of a 1.07 as they sit and wait for the next set to arrive.
Yeah, yeah, always good to hear from Ben. He's yeah, such a great person, but also when he's in the water, he's so competitive.
But also out of the water.
Yeah,
You went bowling with him yesterday.
I did, and yeah, I almost beat him in bowling, but in the end he took me, and yeah, he was pretty competitive, I would say.
He's competitive at everything, whether it be on or off the water.
Yeah. And but yeah, no, really great to see him moving into finals day. He is, champion here from last year, and yeah, be nice to see him on finals day. Just been so consistent as well.
Yeah, that's right. Obviously, those boards working really well for him. I think he's onto quite a winning combination with the Starboard. Been putting a lot of effort into the designs of the board over the recent years, and they've really found some great designs moving forward. So Benoit happy with that equipment under his feet. As he said, riding the Spice. As we may see a little wave coming through here. Competitors just repositioning themselves to try and find something. As Juan is having a look at this one on his backhand. He'll switch over that paddle for a little carve off the top as he brings this one through. Finds a bit of lip to go up into it. And then again, nice and vertical up into that section. So Juan finishing off nicely. Don't pin drop too deep there, Juan. It's pretty shallow.
It is. See those rocks boiling out of the water once in a while. Yeah, I think I saw that 5.67 for Moritz. He literally landed on the rocks on his finishing turn. So yeah, this spot is a bit more advanced. You see like the first day we were here, I went over here in the evening, and you see a lot of great surfers here.
Yeah, you do. This is kind of the spot to be around the city of Las Palmas de Gran Canaria. Of course, a huge thank you to the city, Gran Canaria, the island in general, Gran Canaria tourism. Definitely is the place to be for surfing, for all those water sports. As we maybe see a little bump coming in here, Moritz opting to sit a bit further up the peak. He's identified that 5.67 was where he found that score. So he's going to stick around up there to catch his next wave. Still waiting for that last wave of Juan to drop. That's definitely where you see all the better surfers on the island coming to. One of the more famous breaks. It's kind of breaks all around that headland in the distance. You can see up toward the national park. And Moritz now opting to move it back down toward his other competitors. He saw Juan get that wave. He's sitting with that second priority, so Leko in first priority.
Yeah, I wonder if they've probably also been paying close attention to Ben and where Ben was catching the waves, and he was like sitting a lot further down the peak than Clement and Taka in that previous heat, and he just kept getting waves.
Yeah, he certainly did. As you can see, the ocean start to come alive again with a few more lines coming through. Leko Salazar looking to position himself for the next one. Probably learning a lot from Benoit in that last heat to sit further down here.
Looks like there's a set coming in here for Leko sitting in that first priority. And he is paddling for it. Let's see what he can do with this one. With a little check turn up the top. Nice float off the top there. And another one as he goes down. So good two-turn combination here from Leko on his backhand.
Yeah, really nice Leko with kind of that trademark backhand re-entry. Been seeing that from him for the last 12 years on tour. We see maybe another little line out the back. Moritz having a little look. I don't think he's in the right position there, so Juan might be in a better position to catch this one just underneath him. And they're going to opt to let that one go and wait for some better waves to come through. But that was a nice wave for Leko.
Yeah, as we just see a score dropping from 1, it's a 5.0 for his last one, which had a few good turns. It was a bit of a smaller wave, which the judges probably have taken into consideration.
Be a very controlled 3-turn kind of combination. You got that kind of little check turn at the start and then a couple of off the lips. So that's what you need to be able to get these mid-range 5-point rides.
Yeah, And as we saw in the previous heats, to drop those bigger scores, the judges want to see you on one of those set waves and really carving out those big turns.
Yeah, Lecco being on one of that set wave before as well, waiting for that last score to drop from him. Got some nice work done.
Mm-hmm.
You see all competitors now opting to sit further down the peak. With that tide dropping out, this is where all of those waves are going to start to really stand up and offer a bit of that scoring potential with an open wave face. It's going to start to close out further up the reef, as we heard Benoit saying earlier. And looks like Lecco hunting around on the inside, staying busy.
Yeah, he knows he's sitting with that third priority, so if he can get a backup score there on the inside, he'll probably try to do that.
Yeah, you can see that drone angle there. A few of the rocks poking out on the inside. There's our water safety on the jet ski. A fantastic view of the contest area. Been a very clear day. You can see all across to Tenerife in the distance today. So these clear conditions make it a bit easier to get up for an early surf in the morning. We haven't seen too many. I mean, this morning I got up very early and had a look out the window. There's hardly anyone outside at first light. So, it's pretty empty, the waves here. I think the kind of Spanish culture, you get up a bit later, don't you? Stay up late, get up a bit later.
Yeah, that's true. But there was not much waves on offer this morning either. The swell has really started to fill in the last few hours, or like last 2 hours maybe. Yeah, it was pretty flat when I went for my morning run this morning, and yeah, we're just waiting for that swell. We knew it was coming. I saw from friends back in Portugal that it was hitting there already in the morning. So yeah, we knew it was coming. It was just waiting for when.
That's right. Hopefully see a little bit more consistency throughout the afternoon and into tomorrow. That last score from Lecco is 6.33. So it puts him up into the lead. Juan de los Reyes in that second place. Moritz Marsh just with a one wave score. A really good wave score, 5.67. So he's just looking for a small score of a 0.4 to move up into second place. But a lot of time left on the clock.
Yeah, still 25 minutes, so still a full heat left here. As we said earlier, we are doing 40 minutes heats today because the ocean is a bit slow. There's a long time between those bigger sets, so just allowing all the surfers to have the opportunity to catch more waves. Our head judge Joao decided that we are gonna do 40 minutes heats today.
Yeah, he kind of got all the athletes together just before the event started, a bit of an athletes meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And he mentioned that there was a cut-off time to be able to run the full format and the full schedule events, and we'd passed that cut-off time, so we had to change the draw and the kind of event proceedings as we catch up to Lecco Salazar, staying busy on the inside. Looking for a little carve off the top as he brings this one right through the inside. He's going to go up and vertical into the lip. Finish off that ride there. He's going to kick out. So maybe some more action happening out the back as Moritz having a look there. Juan opting to take off on this smaller wave, staying busy. Trying to increase that scoreline to make it harder for Moritz to get ahead. Oh, as he jumps off just next to a rock. So Moritz now left out there with priority. He'll have choice of the next set that comes through. He's got to make sure you're in the right position out there as well. We've seen competitors kind of moving from left to right on screen, finding the right place. Moritz is going to head back to that main peak. So a couple of small waves that come through there. Been great to get this event underway today before wrapping up proceedings tomorrow, crowning 2 world champions for the men and women's division. They'll be your SUP surfing champions on the APP World Tour for 2023.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting day tomorrow, finals day. It's always like a special vibe, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is.
Just looking at maybe a nice wave coming here from Moritz. See if he can get a another score on the board as he's up and riding here.
This wave,
With the calf back to the wide water. And he up to go to kick out on this one. Didn't really offer him the potential that he wanted.
in the back, right spalling,
As we see Juan up and riding.
Yeah, Juan, nice bottom turn. Slashing that board back toward the white water, setting up for another turn off the lip here. So, a couple of two-term combinations. Back to back on his waves.
Red, your third wave, 4.43.
As they're going to look to get back out the back for some more scores. Interesting, I thought, of Moritz there to let go of priority on a small wave.
Yeah.
You are now in second and you need 5.1.
As he might be looking for another one here.
He's found himself in a little inside wave here. Looks like a bit of a nicer, steeper wave that sets up. He's going to cast flash off the top. Very nice as he brings that one through. Just going to jump off. So Moritz really needs to find those waves that offer a bit more than that one single turn. He's put himself into second place with that last wave score, but still waiting for scores for Juan to drop. His last two rides. Leco Salazar's last wave boosted him up a little bit further in that first place at 4.43. Juan's second to last wave comes in at a 2.67.
Yeah. We almost need sunglasses here in the bus, don't we?
Yeah, that sun's starting to creep into the bus where we're sitting. Still beautiful day out there though. As we see competitors on their boards there. So Emily, interesting to see that competitors can sit down on their boards to wait for waves, conserve energy, but you have to be up and standing to move around.
Yeah, I actually had an interesting interview and conversation with Clement the other day. I told you we were doing lots of content and interviews with athletes the last 2 days during the lay days. And we're talking a little bit about his that he's getting into big wave surfing, and he's surfing lots in Nazare and towing in different spots. And yeah, I was asking him about why stand-up paddling surfing is such a good training for that. And he said before the rules, when they couldn't sit down, they had to stand up, you know, for half an hour in a heat, and that training is like, he said, that's like the best training you can do for towing in, because you need like the strong legs, and you know, when you're on a big wave and there's so many bumps. So yeah, that was interesting having him explain that.
Yeah, that's really insightful as well. I guess those like fast twitch muscle fibers as well. It's like when you're standing on the board, you're going to need to really have that reaction time if you kind of hit a little bump. So good to see that how that translates into his big wave surfing. It'd be great to see some more action. Obviously, the winter season kicking off in the Northern Hemisphere, so Clement looking to get amongst it this winter.
Yeah.
So Juan de los Reyes dropped a 4.83 for his last ride. Puts him in a solid second position. Moritz dropped that 3-point ride. So Moritz looking for a 4.76 to move up into second place. Top two to advance through to the semi-finals. Third place, unfortunately, bowing out in the event. But all these heats are stacked.
Yeah, I feel like all the heats today could be final heats. There's so many great heats, and the level of surfing here is just incredible.
Oh, it certainly is. And we've got young Pedro Viga coming up as well, 12-year-old SUP surfer out of Brazil. He'll be competing in the main event. Stick around for his heat coming up shortly.
Yeah, I also got to interview Pedro the other day for what we were doing during the lay day, and yeah, what a great Grom. He's got so much character, and you know, he's there with all the hanging out with Leco and Wellington and Luis, and you know, they're just all like big brothers to him. It's really fun to see.
That's amazing. He's learning from the best as well. Definitely those names you drop there, some of Brazil's greatest SUP surfers. And if we kind of think back in Brazil, Caio Vaz, Ian Vaz, the brothers, they were doing very well on tour. Caio, a multiple-time world champion, SUP Surf World Tour for the APP.
Yes, we just see the ocean going a bit quiet, and this is why we're having these 40-minute heat.
Yeah, exactly. Gives those surfers enough time to get a few waves. Still a lot of waves being ridden. Lecco up and standing now. Juan as well, and Moritz. I think there's definitely something coming through. We're going to decide who's going to catch this one. Lecco sitting with first priority, so he's got choice if he wants to go this one or not. He looks pretty set on paddling toward it, though, to get himself in position for this wave. Lecco looking to back up and go better than a 4.43 at the moment. This wave standing up very nicely for him. See what he can do as he drops down. He's going to go up into the lip. Bit of a float to start with. Switches that paddle. A little carve off the top and just almost mistimes that last one there. But he's going to finish off really nicely with a couple more turns on the inside as he keeps whacking that through. As he does a great job to get multiple maneuvers. And that's the most turns we've seen on a wave today so far.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, Lecco is looking very, very strong as well this year, taking the second place in the men's longboarding.
Yeah, Lecco pretty stoked with that ride, showing a lot of passion at the end of it. He got some great work done on that one, so he'll be looking to replace that 4.43. Keeping that 6.33 in his scoreline at the moment. He's still in first position, so that's only going to help his situation. Moritz really on the cut line here. Going to need to get something done with just under 17 minutes left remaining in quarterfinal number 2. We're running just the quarterfinals of the men's today. That will be it for competition. Then we'll come back tomorrow to run the semi-finals of the men and women. And of course the finals of each division as well. Crowning world champions. So another couple of hours of competition after this. Still going to be lots of great SUP surfing though.
Yeah, so another 2 heats after this, but again, yeah, 40-minute heat. So yeah, we have a few hours here to run, and this, yeah, it looks like the conditions are just getting better and better.
Oh, exactly right. That wind's dropping off a little bit as well. It's kind of just slightly offshore. You can see making it really glassy for those competitors there. Bit of texture on the water surface out the back, but that's perfect for what we are after. So we're still waiting for that last score of Lecco to drop. And
yeah, I'm excited to see what the judges are going to score that. It's a like kind of medium-sized wave, but got some very good work done on it.
yeah, he certainly did get a lot of work done on it. Multiple maneuvers. He really managed to fit in some variety in his turns as well, and that definitely comes into the judging criteria, variety of repertoire. As he drops a 6.23? 7.3? 7.3, my mistake. Got the sun coming in here. Bit of glare on the screen. 6.73. So betters his 6.33. He extends his lead. So Lecco Salazar, no stranger to SUP surfing competitions. He was world champion 11 years ago. He's going to want to get another title under his belt. He's looking pretty good to do that at the moment. We had Benoit and Tucker in the last heat dropping some excellent rides.
Yeah, so we know those excellent scores, they're out there. If you get on the right one, it's possible.
Yeah, it's interesting. We haven't had the same kind of set waves in this heat as we had in that first heat. Been a bit slower in this one, a bit smaller wave size, but probably a bit more consistent.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Bit more waves, as it looks like Lecco might be looking at another one here with third priority. He is up and riding. See if he almost loses balance there as he goes for the air.
I've never seen Lecco go to the air. That is amazing. The progression, obviously he's getting better and better with his SUP surfing. So I think there was a few cheers on the beach for that one. Yeah, Lecco opting to go further up the reef toward where that rock is sticking out, leaving his other competitors on the main peak, kind of in front of the city sightseeing bus that we're on. We've got a kind of little competitors area over here set up at El Lloret.
Yeah, we just had Leonardo giving us a little wave to the window here. He's coming up in the next heat. He's the only one who got a 10-point ride in this event so far.
Yeah, in the longboarding division.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was exciting. His first 10-point ride of his career.
There you go. Amazing. What he did was he did 2 hang 10s on the outside, then linked it together with a huge vertical turn on the inside, as we see Leko live action. Just taking a look at that one very quickly. Nothing really happening for him, so he decides to kick out. The Ocean's going to go a little bit sleepy, but there is one on the inside that we see Moritz and Juan paddling over. Looks like Moritz is going to paddle in. So he takes off, bottom of the screen there. He's going to get a nice carve off the top. That was a great turn from Moritz, throwing lots of spray at the back of that wave. He's going to link it through for another turn on the inside and slides those fins. So a couple of turns there from Moritz. He's just looking for that 4.76 to move up. So interesting to see where that score fits in compared to Juan's 5-point ride.
As we're seeing Juan going for it, it looks like a nice wave standing up here. He really drives down that bottom turn. He gets so low. Another carve here from Juan, waiting for it to stand up here. Nice snap off the top. Yeah, great to see Juan's style. He gets so low in that bottom turn, really driving it through.
Yeah, he does, and that's just all for that stability. Also trying to push hard for that speed, to be able to extend a lot more when you do get low on your board. Push against the board, create more power, more speed. Juan staying in really good control for that whole ride. So he's going to look to back up his scores. So we've got a bit of a battle on our hands for second place at the moment. Moritz and Juan trading off waves. So we see Leko making his way back down toward the main peak.
Yeah, so now we're missing a score from Juan, but so far it's Leko sitting pretty good in that first position with 2 high mid-range scores.
Yeah, he'll be happy with his performance so far. No one else in this heat's really put a score as good as Leko's on the board just yet. We see score dropping in for Moritz at 3.47. And we'll wait for that last one from Juan as well to drop.
Yellow, your last wave, 3.47.
So we'll update you when they do drop. There's maybe a little bump coming through here. All competitors on their feet to try and position themselves for this. As Moritz currently does have first priority. He's going to use that on this one to try and get some work done. He's still looking for a nearly 5-point ride. As he's waiting for this one to stand up. Brings a really nice turn off the top. As he keeps this one going down the line. Bit of a floater. He's going to try and finish off with one more turn on the end before it gets too close to those rocks, but he's going to kick out. He realized he was right on the rocks there. Moritz Marsh, one really nice turn on that wave. He waited patiently for that turn.
Yeah. As we see Leko, I think Leko is going for this one. Looks like a nice wall to this wave. Comes up the top there. Another turn. Just nice backhand turns here from Leko. He was happy with that one.
Very happy with that one. He should be as well. As no downtime at all on that one. Linking together maneuvers.
Linking him together, 4 snaps on his backhand there.
Yeah, that last one getting really vertical into the lip. That's kind of the more trademark Leko style. As Juan has seen a set out the back, he's going to reposition himself to catch this one. Juan up and riding. Getting super low on that bottom turn, up into that white water section as he keeps this one going down the line. Cutting it back, and he's going to throw his board up there again. Manages to land, so great work there from Juan to stay controlled in that last maneuver. He's put a couple of good scores for his last waves up on the board. Going to wait for his last couple of wave scores to drop. But Leko Salazar could be increasing his lead again.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to see the score of that wave, and I believe we also still missing 2 scores from Juan and 1 score from Moritz. So, yeah, maybe we'll see some changes happening.
We definitely could. Moritz had a nice wave beforehand.
It looks like he might be having a look at this one as well. And as we look out the window, it looks like it has a nice wall to it, and he's up and riding. Nice carve off the top there. As he comes all the way around, and see he's catching some speed here. Another carve releases the fins there. Another great wave from Moritz. So 2 scores missing from Moritz now.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the way Moritz put that wave together. It looked like he was surfing a little bit closer to the more critical section on that one. I think the last couple of waves he kind of outrun that steeper section, but he put all of his maneuvers in the pocket on that one, close to the white water. It's exactly what we want to be doing to get the high scores from the judges, being that more steeper, powerful, critical section of the wave. As we're going to take a look at a replay from that last ride. So great turn off the top there from Moritz. I really love that he cut back to this in this section and put himself in a great position for this next turn. Up into the lip as he kind of slides that tail, showing the judges great control and kick out before those rocks. So 3 maneuvers, done very well. Kind of reminds me a bit of Benoit style with the power that he brings.
And looks like we're still missing some scores on the board. So
7 minutes and a half. 7 minutos y medio.
with 7 minutes and a half left on the clock, we just heard the beach announcer say. So, yeah, our watch on screen is running a little bit faster. Looks like there might be a set approaching.
Yeah, looks like these waves are moving up the reef a little bit.
It's definitely just getting better and better out there.
Way more consistent right now, isn't it, Emily?
Yeah, as we see one.
Finally he's not.
So interesting from Juan there, sitting with second priority. Wonder if that was deemed as a paddle. Lecco with first priorities on this one.
Oh, great set wave here. As Lego comes up the top here, draws that bottom turn. Some nice snaps on his backhand here. And another one, great vertical finish there from Lego, as we just see Moritz with a big carve.
Amazing first turn from Moritz. He's looking to back it up with another carve here. Brings it back around. This is exactly the wave he was looking for to round out this heat as he goes up into the lip again and lands it. Moritz, another turn on the end section. He's going to ride it all the way into the rocks this time. Wow. And Juan de los Reyes up and riding as well on his backhand. He's going to kick out of this one to get back out the back with first priority. What a flurry of waves we're having toward the end of this quarterfinal number 2. Still 6 minutes left on the clock.
Wow. I am excited to see what the judges are going to do with all these scores that's about to drop. The judges really have a lot of work to do right now.
And they really do. They're going to have to watch a lot of replays, I think, to be able to identify which scores they're going to drop. As we're going to have a look at a replay from Juan's last wave. See what work he got done on the outside. See him here, just racing down the line on this one, waiting for it to stand up. He's going to do that first turn. I think he just decides that this wave doesn't have much left in it, so he's going to kick out and make his way back out to the back. And we're going to try and grab a replay from Moritz's wave because he put together a couple of great turns. Here we go. This is a big set. The biggest set that's rolled through today. This first turn, Emily. Great turn up into the lip, throwing lots of spray. He's going to bring this one around as well to back it up with another turn, which he carves back into the white water and then goes up into the lip this time, and then again to finish off. So waiting for that wave for Moritz to come through. This could change the situation.
Yeah, that's definitely the biggest wave we've seen today. And some great big turns. We know the judges like to see that. As we see, there might be a set rolling in as well. Looks like Juan having his eyes on this one maybe, as we're looking out the window.
Wow, this is what we came to see, Emily.
Yes.
This is what you came to see at home as well, as we see Juan de los Reyes up and riding, looking for a good score here As he goes off the top, sets himself up for this next turn. He's going to get around. Does do well to get around as he throws that board vertical up into the lip. Still got a bit more work left to do. Nice turn into the lip again. So Juan de los Reyes is going to catch up to Leco Salazar behind him on another set. He's going to carve off the top. There we go. There's Leco Salazar. Fantastic turn. And again, backs up that top turn into the pocket. It goes up and over that section. He's having fun out there.
Wow. And in the meantime, we can see a lot of scores have dropped. Leco has dropped a 7.17, which is now the highest scoring wave of the heat. And we also have Juan. He has dropped a 6.03. Moritz have dropped a 4.33, but I believe we still don't have the score of Moritz's set wave.
That's right. Still waiting for scores from all competitors at the moment. Moritz asking for that situation update. Judges have to consider Juan and Leco's last waves as well now. This is very exciting. Loving that there's a bit more consistency in the waves now. Giving these surfers a lot of opportunity to get some great scores. We've seen Moritz capitalize on a big set before. Juan getting a little caught behind in sections on that last wave. So it wasn't a super clean wave that was surfed. However, he's already got a couple of nice scores in his scoreline. Moritz still looking for something in that high 5-point range to take that second position. As we see Moritz drop a 6.43 for that last set ride. Still waiting for a score for Juan as well, and Leco. As Moritz taking a look at this one. Moritz paddling in. Just setting this one up. Do a nice turn in the lip there. Slides the tail on that first turn. Manages to put himself in a good critical section to cut back. He's going to keep going on this one through to the inside. You can see the steps in that wave from the rocks. Oh, he throws that one away at the end there. Couple of nice turns though.
But yeah, great surfing from Moritz here.
Be a great result for him to get through to finals day. Especially up against competitors such as Juan and Leco.
Yeah, I believe we still need a score from Leco's last wave. He was doing a claim in the end there, so he was definitely happy with that last wave. So yeah, I'm excited to see what the judges have to say. So you see, it might be another set approaching.
Another set?
Wow, it just keeps coming.
This is incredible. Incredible action non-stop. This is exactly what we want for a SUP surfing contest. Juan de los Reyes having a look at this one. He's going to paddle in, use his priority. He's going to go down the line. He's identified a lip that he wants to hit, but he can't unfortunately time it right to get there. So he's going to kick out. Use priority on that one. As we see Juan and Moritz trying to paddle out there to have priority. Still scores to drop. Leco's last one is 6.63. Doesn't factor into his top two scores. But still, it's great to see him on that ride. And I guess we're still waiting for a score from Juan to drop as well. And Moritz from that last ride too.
Yeah, so 40 seconds left. See if there might be
one more opportunity. Very small wave coming through. See if any of them take off. Juan's not going to opt for it. Moritz might take a look. He's going to go on this one to finish off this heat. Bring it through. Nice top turn there. Bit of a smaller wave though. So judges are going to look at that as Moritz almost just finishes off there with a floater, but it just comes unstuck before that rock.
Wow, that was close to the rock.
Juan is going to get a wave before the end of this heat. So this wave is going to count toward Juan's score as he goes up into the lip and throws that one away. So that's not going to do or change the situation. We will wait to have those scores lock in for the last few waves from Moritz and Juan. Leco Salazar, though, moving through to the semi-finals tomorrow. And we're going to go to a short commercial break and come back with quarterfinal number 3 of the men's.
Have you ever wondered why you always want more? More Mondays without an alarm. More first tones. More whiffs of the salty sea. and the countrified country. More smiles for the camera. More unexpected friends. More laughing at life. More enjoying the journey. And what if the answer was never really what, but where? Gran Canaria, so much to live for. Have you ever wondered why you always want more? More Mondays without the alarm. More first times. More leaps into the unknown. More breakfasts in bed. More whiffs of the salty sea and the countrified country. More smiles for the camera. More heartbeats per minute. More enjoying the journey. More dreams almost fulfilled. More unexpected friends. More races to anywhere. More flavors to discover. More being at a loss for words. More time. Time to lose yourself and find yourself again. In short, more moments like this. And this. And this. And what if the answer was never really what, but where? Gran Canaria. So much to live for.
Welcome back to day number 4. Action here, Gran Canaria Pro-Am for the APP World Tour. My name is Bo Nixon, joined in the studio by Emily Uttrup. We have men's quarterfinals, heat number 3 in the water. Leonardo Jimenez in the red, Sebastian Gomez in the white, Pedro Veiga, the young 12-year-old from Brazil, in the yellow. We'll let you know the official results from the previous heat. We had Leco Salazar taking the win. Moritz Marsh was in second, and Juan de los Reyes, unfortunately, going to be knocked out of competition in that third place.
And yeah, another great heat coming up here with Leo, Sebastian, and Pedro. As we said before, Leonardo, he got a 10-point ride in the longboarding.
Yeah, surprisingly on a longboard out there today to recreate it.
Yeah, I know. See if he can do it on today as well.
Pedro Veiga, just holding on to that bottom turn. Mistimed that wave a little bit there, but great to see him up and riding already. Leonardo throws that board up into the lip. So he's throwing it just away now as we go to Sebastian Gomez on his first ride. He's looking like he's taken off on a nice wave here, up into the lip. He's going to switch that paddle for a cutback. He's going to keep this one. Oh, he's actually going to jump off before that rock. Great choice.
Yeah. But
Thinking maybe you could get around, but no. We're going to throw it down to a beach interview with Tatiana with the winner of the last heat, Leko Salazar.
Just passed his heat in first position, looking very comfortable in the water, I might say. Are you stoked to be back at El Lloret?
Yeah, it's good conditions today. The wave swell is coming. I like so much this wave. I'm still happy to advance to semifinal. E eu vou falar pouco espanhol. Estou muito feliz de ter avançado para a semifinal. Buenos surfistas acá, as condições estão melhores hoje. O swell chegou com força. Então tem buenas olas, eu estou confiante e amanhã vai ser grande dia.
Now, for our viewers at home that don't know the wave, can you explain to them a little bit about the wave itself and when it works, when it's at its best?
Eu creio que amanhã pela manhã talvez esteja melhor as condições. Viramos o swell no gráfico e acredito que amanhã vai ter boas condições. Então vai começar a ficar cada vez mais difícil. Está estreitando e grandes nomes do surf estão avançando, então amanhã as semifinais vão ser com buenas olas.
Congratulations, Leko. Back to you guys in the studio.
Yeah, great to hear from Leko there. Yeah, speaking a bit of Spanish and Portuguese here, telling us that La Road is one of his favorite waves, and you know he is really happy to be back here surfing after a few days on the other side. So yeah, great result from Leko, and great to see him into finals day.
Yeah, that's right. The most I got out of the interview was buenos olas. Good waves, good waves. That's all we need to know.
Yes.
So yeah, Leko very happy moving through. So we have a couple of scores dropping for the competitors in this heat. Small scores though. Leo, 2.67. Pedro, we saw him up and riding again, just dropping a 1.1 for that second ride. He couldn't manage to find the wave that kind of opened up, so he had to kick out. But waiting for Sebastian's first wave to lock in. He was the kind of only person with a wave of consequence at the start of this one. Still about 33 minutes remaining though, so plenty of time for all the other competitors. Remember, 40-minute heats for the quarterfinals, giving the surfers enough time to capitalise on good conditions, good waves. We saw a flurry of waves in that last heat, Emily. Tons of waves being ridden. So let's hope that continues.
Yeah, that was a great heat. So many waves coming through, and we saw some bigger set waves as well. Some of the biggest waves we've seen this week.
That's right. Yeah, it's great to see some size in the waves. Definitely offering the competitors a bit more scoring potential, and that was kind of the reason we went on hold for the last couple of days. The last 2 days have been lay days. The competitors really wanted to surf this break for the final rounds. So they really wanted to wait for this swell to see how it was going to eventuate, because they didn't really want to be surfing around the corner. A little bit of a slower wave, softer wave. They know how good this one can be, and with obviously a forecast that was offering up what you've been seeing so far today, competitors didn't want to pass up that opportunity. As we're seeing Pedro, top of screen there, having a look at a smaller wave. He's up and riding. Showing some great surfing for this young sup surfer out of Brazil. Just unfortunately coming unstuck there. I saw him surfing the other day, and he was just surfing so fast. Just really sharp with his turns, throwing lots of spray for a young kid. Good to see when he gets a bit taller, a bit more muscle on his bones.
More power, but yeah, he's such a great kid and really funny as well. We were sitting out and also chatting to him and his dad this morning, and yeah, I was interviewing him the other day, and he has so much character already. It's amazing.
Bit of sass.
Yeah.
A bit of attitude.
All the other guys, Wellington and Leko and Leonardo, and they are just all, he's like the little grommet. They called him the mascot.
Oh, very cool. Flying the flag for Brazil. See Sebastian Gomez drop a 4.5 for his first ride. He's going to sit and wait to get a backup score out there as the ocean goes a little bit sleepy. But we've seen how it can just switch on, especially this tide drops. We're going to have waves right throughout the evening today. No doubt we'll see some sup surfers get out there after this event finishes, and probably some free surfers as well.
Yeah, See if we have time to get out there, Bo.
That's right. I need to find a board though. Maybe I can take one of these boards as just a prone board.
Yeah. Really good.
A lot of these subsurfers riding boards around 7 feet, just under 7 feet. I mean, I'd hate to know what Pedro's riding. Probably 6 foot.
Yeah, probably about the same as my normal short board, maybe.
Sebastian up and riding. Very quick in and out for him, just staying busy. Trying to see if any waves are going to offer up anything. He was out there just before the contest started, testing the conditions. He was throwing some big turns down. Be great to see him recreate that in this heat.
Yeah. He's already started good on that 4.5, and like the first turn he put down there was amazing. Then unfortunately he got a bit stuck on that rock.
Yeah, exactly right. He had to jump out before that rock popped up in front of him, which you can see at the bottom of the screen there. Sebastian riding a quad fin out there today. He's also got a little bit of a step deck on his board, so the rails are taking out a bit of volume. Keeps that volume in the center of the board for stability and float. And that allows the rails to engage in the wave a little bit easier. Works for some, doesn't work for others though. Sebastian just being a quite lightweight rider. If you're a bit heavy, you have that ability to sink the rail into the wave, so you don't really need that step rail design. Riding Infinity. Dave Bainey has a few of those boards with those step rails, especially the Blur V3. You see them sitting down waiting for their waves. A few more scores dropping through, but nothing really to write home about. Pedro with the 2.37, 1.67. Sees him into second position at the moment. Leonardo just sitting with that one wave score and then needing a small requirement.
Yeah, just keeping that first priority, waiting for set wave. Like they've been keeping a close eye on the previous heat where they saw, you know, some big set waves arriving. We saw Moritz on that wave of the day, I would say, or like definitely the biggest set wave of the day, and he will, he'll be looking to get on one of those. Keep that first priority.
Yeah, he certainly will be looking for a big set to roll through. We might get some work done. It looks like we've got Pedro having a look. Pedro staying very busy. Already catching 4 waves. He's going to try and get onto this one. He gets on, and he's going to... Nice turn off the top for Pedro. Going to bring it through. Going to finish this one off. He's going to kick out before those rocks. So these small waves breaking a little bit closer to the rocks as we see Leonardo up and riding now.
Yep.
A wave out the back.
Up and right. Looks like it's going to stand up nicely here. See what he can do on his backhand. Unfortunately, no. It's like get into those rocks and he has to kick out. So yeah, we see like these smaller ones. They break on the rocks. They really have to be patient and wait for those set waves.
Yeah, those set waves break a lot further out, giving you a bit more space between you and the rock. Otherwise, you've got to navigate your way around them.
Yeah. Seeing Sebastian paddling around, having a look. We know that Sebastian's been here for 6 weeks prior to this event.
That's
training,
right.
So he will be pretty familiar with this wave.
Very familiar with this wave. Seeing a lot of clips on his Instagram dropping from El Lloret, where competition is being held today. The beautiful island of Gran Canaria, city of Las Palmas de Gran Canaria. Pedro having a look at it. Another little one on the inside. Pedro's put himself up into the lead with that last wave score of a 3.73. So definitely be screenshotting that right now, sending it to the sponsors for Pedro. Currently leading this heat. Young 12-year-old surfer up against some of the world's best. Leonardo definitely, and Sebastian, names to throw the hat in for a world title this year. Anything coming through, Emily? See you having a look out there.
Seeing, and sometimes it's easier to look out the window here. We're so lucky sitting here on the beach, and yeah, it'd be nice to see some set waves. This heat is starting a bit slower than the previous. The previous we saw there was like half an hour of consistent waves, and yeah, I think sometimes, yeah, it's a bit random what the ocean throws at you.
It definitely is. It really is random. It's the ocean.
Yeah, I know.
You cannot win against the ocean.
Yeah, and it just changes so quickly. We saw in the first heat with Taka, Clement, and Benoit that the tide was almost too high and there was not that many waves on offer, and now it looks really low, and that just shows how much it changes in that 1.5 hour.
But still some excellent scores being dropped. Benoit, a couple of 8-point rides. Tucker in that heat, a 9-point ride as well. So that was great to see those guys dropping some big scores. Lecco Salazar in that last one as well. He dropped a big number toward the end of the heat. As we're in quarterfinal number 3 at the moment. Going to be one more heat coming up after this to round out the day. Fairly short, only 4 heats today of action, but 40-minute heats, so plenty of time to tune in. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. Check out a YouTube and Facebook.
Facebook, yeah. Let's see if there's some comments here on the Facebook action. It's always interesting. There's someone asking if it's finals day, and no, it's not finals day today. That will be tomorrow. Today we're just running this quarterfinals of the men, and yeah, as we said earlier, we had to change the format a little bit, so we will run 4-man heats tomorrow, semifinals and finals. And then we just have some hello from Costa Rica and hello from Australia. Yeah, great that everybody's watching. And we're just having Sebastian Gomez up and riding here on a nice looking wave, doing a few nice cuts. Unfortunately, he gets stuck there.
Yeah, that was his 3rd turn there. He come unstuck on. Putting together a couple of nice turns at the back. So also saw Pedro on a small wave, but nothing really to change the situation too much. People cheering for Sebastian. Also for Moritz in that last heat. Moritz managed to move through alongside Lecco Salazar to the semi-finals tomorrow. Of course, a lot of support for Brazil. Fantastic to see a lot of people tuning in.
Yeah, so keep throwing your comments on YouTube, on Facebook. It's always interesting to see who you're cheering on, where you're watching from. And yeah, if you have any questions for us, let us know. So yeah, tomorrow we will be running 4-men's heat, semifinal and final for both men and women. So because we're having a good swell, but a very short swell, our head judge Joao had to make a call that we had to change the format a little bit to be able to run in time. Also because this peak we're at now doesn't really work at high tide.
That's right. Even when the swell's really big, it really doesn't work at high tide. Pedro Varga having a look here. Opts in to go left to begin with. As he hits that whitewater section, goes down unfortunately. He's currently in the lead in this heat. Yeah. Still waiting for that last score of Sebastian Gomez to drop though. He had a 3.63 for his last ride.
Yeah. I almost thought he was going to take it to the air there. He looked like he was looking for a ramp.
Bit of Lecco Salazar coming out at him then. Lecco trying to throw an aerial in that last heat.
Yeah. It's great to see this progression in stand-up paddle surfing, and yeah, we'll see Luis coming up later. I'll see if he can. We know that he's known for taking it to the air.
Oh, he certainly is. Haven't seen him take to the air too much at this wave here, but you never know. He managed to score Luis Denise a 10-point ride last year at the event here for 3 huge turns on what was probably the biggest wave of the event. As we see the situation change, Sebastian Gomez up into the lead with a 4.73 for his last ride. Pushes Pedro down into 2nd. Leonardo still in 3rd place, hasn't really got started in this heat. Pedro staying super busy.
Yeah, staying busy, Pedro there, but what a great experience for Pedro to be here in the quarterfinals against, you know, these guys, learning from the older guys, and you can see he's hungry for it. He's really staying busy today.
Yeah, just showcasing what he has to offer for the stand-up paddling world in the future. Great to see this young talent as well. Pedro unfortunately bowing out pretty early in the junior division, but great to see him progressing through these rounds here for the pro men's. Sometimes it just swings like that. You have bad days and good days. Pedro having a good day at the moment. As we also see the junior world champion Kapono Fukuda coming up in the last heat of the day, alongside another junior competitor in Lucas Winterdrew. He managed to get 4th place in the junior boys for the competition.
Yeah, great to see so many of the junior riders here in the men's open as well, and actually making it into quarterfinals. And what a great experience for them.
Yeah, exactly. And they'll be coming up against none other than Louise Denise. Wellington Rice is also going to be in that heat. I think Lucas actually got knocked out. As we're seeing lots of scores there for Pedro, staying very busy in this heat. As we see a bit more of a set rolling through for Leonardo. He takes off on this one. Opts to switch the paddle for that first turn off the top. And keep it on that side as he brings it around for a nice turn. As he brings this wave right through to the inside, he's going to find another great section to hit off the top. And again, just finishes that wave off very nicely. So this is going to change the situation out in the water currently.
Yeah, that was a very well written wave from Leonardo. He's going to be happy with that one. I think that could put him up in that first position. Well, he only sits on a backup of 2.67. As we've seen Sebastian Gomez up and riding here on a nice looking wave. Wow, just off the top there. Carving back to the white water as he's looking for that end section. And a nice floater up top there.
Yeah, a couple of big floaters on that wave. Showing great control. Great speed as well throughout that whole wave. We also saw Pedro up and riding, but he had to kick out of that wave because Sebastian held first priority. We'll see Pedro taking off on this one. Out the back. He's going to try and get into it. Unfortunately, doesn't manage to get on top of that wave. So he'll paddle out to sit with priority and wait for a bigger wave. So a couple of scores to lock in for Sebastian and Leonardo. It's going to be interesting to see where they go. Definitely going to be battling for that first and second position at the moment. I think Leonardo's wave is going to be a great score to lock in this heat. Link together some great maneuvers.
Yeah, that's going to be really interesting also to see how the judges are going to score Sebastian's last wave with those 2 nice floaters.
See a great drone shot of the competition area. Looking into the sunset here in Gran Canaria.
Yeah, still nice and warm. So we just pan over the city here.
Great city, Las Palmas de Gran Canaria.
Yeah, I went for a walk last night, or like at sunset, and the town was buzzing. It was super busy. Everybody sitting outside having dinner and drinks, and yeah, such a great vibe here. I love. We're just gonna go in maybe to see some replays of the last waves. See if we can get one from red and from white.
You see Sebastian as he floats over this first section here. Bit of an airdrop, so showing the judges a bit of commitment there. Small little setup turn to finish off this wave as he floats in. So nothing too critical. Didn't really change direction of the board too much. Bit more of a down the line wave. Some of these waves really go fast down the line, so you're going to have to really be quick and keep that board traveling with the wave. As we see a score drop for Leonardo Jimenez, a 6.77 puts him up into the lead. Still waiting for last of Sebastian Gomez, but he's in second place at the moment. Pedro Viga, he's been relegated to third position. Looks like a couple of lines coming in for the competitors. Pedro having got this small one, but first priority, probably wait. Pedro, he's up and riding on this one.
See what he can do with this one. Bit of a smaller wave, but looks like he has a wall in front of him. As he hits that nicely, unfortunately he goes down with it. And looks like we're having Leonardo up and riding again.
Yeah, going to go on his backhand on this one. Mistimes that section, so can't get around the next white water, as we maybe going to have a look at Sebastian looking at this set on the outside. He's going to paddle into this one. No, he decides not to go. Maybe tricky conditions now with competitors looking into the sun, going down the line on the wave. So Sebastian will sit and wait for the next set to arrive. Down to about 15.5 minutes remaining in this heat. Quarterfinal, sorry, of number 3. Pedro Viga looking for a score. Still waiting on that last one of Sebastian to drop, though. We see Leonardo drop a 3.37. It goes up into his scoreline. So he extends his lead.
So yeah, things are looking good for Leonardo at the moment. But yeah, he would definitely be looking to improve that 3.37, which we know he'll be more than capable of if a set rolls true. But yeah, waiting for that last score of Sebastian.
Yeah, Pedro getting rewarded for that 3-point ride on his last one. So just for that kind of one big turn off the top, he fell off on that last turn. So if Pedro could put together a good wave here, he'll get himself back up into contention. The other surfers still kind of a backup score of the small, especially Leonardo with that 3.37. Sebastian with a couple of 4-point rides in his scoreline at the moment. As the ocean goes a bit quiet out there.
Yeah, still a bit of time in between those bigger sets as the low tide is approaching. But what a beautiful spot to have the competition, and yeah, we have to thank all the local surfers for letting us use this amazing wave.
Oh, we definitely do need to thank them for sure. It's very fortunate to be able to surf some of the best waves on tour, especially here at Eluret. You get pretty local. A lot of surfers want to keep this spot under wraps, but it's a very, very high quality wave. And also there's just so much to do in the, not just here in the city of Las Palmas de Gran Canaria, but throughout the whole island. Gran Canaria really a place to come and visit, especially in the winter.
And it looks like a score dropping for Sebastian. It is a 6.23. So now putting him into the lead. So yeah, bit of a battle between Sebastian and Leonardo here for the first place. But yeah, but Leonardo only sitting on a backup on 3.37, so that should be quite easily for him to get a backup score better than that.
Yes, we see something maybe approaching the lineup here for competitors. Sebastian Gomez currently with first priority, so he's going to have right of way. He's going to let Pedro go. Pedro's going to take off on this one, race down the line. What's he got for us? He's going to continue down the line as he hits it off the top. So great turn there from Pedro, but he's looking for a pretty high score in the 6-point range to be able to get ahead of Leonardo, who's in that second priority. So he's going to be waiting for a good wave to come through to improve his score. As they've had to make more room on Pedro's.
I was just getting confused. I was like, what's happening here?
To make some more room for Pedro's wave count.
Yeah. How is that in stand-up paddle surfing? Do they have a maximum amount of wave they're allowed to catch, like we normally have in traditional surf competition? Or?
No, it's open to catch as many waves as you like. What the judges would like to see is that you don't just catch lots of waves for the sake of catching lots of waves. You actually utilize that kind of, unlimited wave count to choose the best waves. They don't want to restrict you with a number. in case it's absolutely pumping. Then you can catch, 11 amazing waves, because usually the cutoff's at about 10 maximum waves, 10 or 15. But you can catch as many waves as you like in these competitions.
But looks like Pedro is just staying busy and enjoying having this spot with just only 2 other guys.
Exactly right. A strategy for him might be to get a lot of camera time, stay on air, catch lots of waves.
Yeah, but we just have to remember Pedro is 12 years of age. He's here in the quarterfinal in the men's open. What a great achievement already.
Oh, amazing achievement. He's done so great, not only for himself, but for the country of Brazil. He's going to be a bright talent to look out for in the future of SUP surfing. He already surfs better than me.
As we're seeing Leonardo up and riding here on his backhand. Nice carve up the top. Waiting for it to stand up. It's like those backhand hacks.
And even just 2 turns, that might be enough to replace that 3.37. We'll see what the judges think, but I really like those 2 turns. Throwing lots of spray, showing lots of power. Sebastian looking like he's going to pull the trigger on this one out the back here. He's going to stroke in. He's going to look to solidify his lead. So he comes off the bottom here for a top turn. Sides the tail a little bit. So he brings it right for a better turn, but unfortunately comes unstuck. Sebastian Gomez going down on that second turn there. As we see some lines stacking up toward the horizon.
Look at Pedro. He might have an eye on this one.
Beautiful waves rolling in here, Elioret.
Wow, it looks...
Pedro having a look. He's kind of on the shoulder of this one. He's going to manage to get into it, though. See what he can do with this. Looking for a big score at the moment. Great turn for Pedro to start with. He's going to race around this section. Can he get through it? Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to get around that section. So just the 1 turn for Pedro. That leaves Leonardo out the back.
Oh, he's on the rocks.
Yeah, it gets pretty shallow in there.
Yes.
Right at the end of the wave. Obviously, competitors having to jump in and also get out through those rocks. So very tricky entry and exit points here. You could opt to paddle around in the harbour, which is just on the right-hand side of screen, but everyone else opting to jump off the rocks.
Yeah. We do also have jet ski assist today. Or not assist, but in case anything happens, there is a jet ski out there as well, looking out for the surfers.
Yeah, the rocks. So it looks like we do have a situation change in this heat. Leonardo dropping a 4.6 for those 2 turns. Puts himself up into first place. Sebastian Gomez now into second. Pedro Varga needs pretty big score, 7.23, to be able to move into second place. Top 2 go through to the semi-finals, taking place tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. local time. That's GMT. So wherever you are around the world, add on those hours or take them away.
Yeah, 7 minutes left on the clock. Still plenty of time. Running those 40 minutes heats today to give the surfers enough time to have some great waves.
That's right, as we saw both surfers jump up to their feet there. Potential wave coming through. Looks like Leonardo is going to use his priority on this one.
Yeah, looks like a great wave.
Going to race down the line to start this one off. Dropping down the wave face now, getting it up vertical, but cannot hold it. So Leonardo unfortunately going down on that one. He's going to look to reset. He's currently in the heat lead at the moment. So not a huge problem for him to throw away that wave. Would be nice to capitalise on it and get a bit of a higher score to come through. So coming down to about 6.5 minutes left on the clock. Time running out in quarterfinal number 3 of the men. We're coming up with one more heat of the day after this. 40-minute heat for quarterfinal number 4. We see Sebastian there
So looks like Pedro is going again. He is staying busy. He's up and riding here. Just nice little foam climb. Getting around that section, carving it back. Yeah. Great to see Pedro just staying so busy. It's the first time we see that I had to create another line for waves.
There it is. We saw Cami De Brana, who will be coming up in the women's semi-final. She was in the longboard the other day. She caught about that many waves. Didn't have to do a second line, though. So Pedro staying extremely busy, just showing the consistency out there as well in the waves. Obviously, those sets being those higher scores dropped in the scoreline for everybody. But Pedro just hunting around the inside. Maybe going to take to the air on one. We'll see.
Yeah, that'll be great to see.
As we do see a great wave gracing the lineup for Sebastian Gomez. He's going to use priority on this one. As he bottom turns to that one. Nice big carve off the top. Back toward the white water. He can see something further down the line. This wave stands up. Oh, unfortunately, he cannot hold on to that second turn again. So Sebastian going down.
So we see Leonardo up and riding on his backhand. Again here. What a nice snap off the top. And another one. Big snap. Just getting around Sebastian there. Another snap. Wow, some great backhand surfing here. He was happy with that one.
Yeah, he claimed that one.
Yeah.
As we see Pedro Viger up and riding as well. He's going to go off the top on this one to slide the tail. So Pedro getting back into the conversation here. So he carves it around and manages to hold on to finish that turn.
Great first turn from Pedro.
Amazing first turn there from Pedro as the ocean has come alive again for the last few minutes of this heat. Leonardo is going to get a massive score for that wave.
Yeah, that was some big backhand hacks on that one.
Yeah, throwing lots of spray at the back off the tail of his board, utilizing the paddle as well, switching it from side to side, helping him to get a bit more leverage on his turns, a bit more power. Sebastian Gomez, though, coming unstuck again on turn number 2.
Yeah, he's not been so lucky with those finishing those waves.
No, probably a bit nervous of Pedro biting at his heels.
But yeah, exciting to see what the judges are going to score that last wave of Leonardo. Definitely going to improve his situation.
It certainly will. Sebastian just drops that 3.53 for that last ride. So he's not going to improve his situation, which does mean that Pedro is looking for that mid-range 7-point ride. Get those last 2 turns. See if that goes up into that scoring range. Leonardo is probably going to jump right ahead here with the score to drop for his last one. It's going to be a great score to drop too, as the ocean just takes a breath. Coming down to about 2.5 minutes remaining. We did hear there was a warning given to Pedro for lying down paddling. So the judges keeping an eye on making sure everyone stands up to paddle.
Yeah.
You are allowed 2 warnings. The third one means that you will sacrifice your second highest wave score. That will be halved for your heat total. But a lot of competitors have been warned of paddling lying down. Obviously, with that new rule that you can sit down and wait for waves, people are going smaller volume with their board. So we have a score dropping.
Wow. As we said, he is improving his situation. Leonardo with a 7.73. So yeah, great score from Leonardo. And yeah, now he is having a total heat score of 14.50. That's a great one.
Yeah, it's a really good score to have. Seems like Pedro Viger dropped a 3.6 for his last ride. Not enough to go into his top 2. So he'll be looking to improve. Maybe thought it was one of his better waves, though, with that first turn. Ditching the fins. I think his other scores, he's had a couple of really nice turns linking together.
He had so many waves, it's hard to remember.
There's a few scores there that are around that 3-point range as well.
Yeah.
So we see Sebastian having a look at this one, first priority. He's going to look to extend his scoreline. He gets right far forward on that board to paddle in. So he's going to do a small step off the top. Can he make this turn number 2? He does. As he brings this one right through for another turn as well. He's found himself a great wave here that's going to open up. And he does land that last turn. Ooh, that was shallow. My goodness. Oh, we see Pedro going down there on screen.
Fortunately, saw him on a set wave there.
Yeah, you can see there's rocks coming into play for Sebastian, but he wanted to finish off nicely with that one, so he does. He's going to come in across the rocks with 20 seconds left on the clock here. Counting out heat number 3 for the men's quarterfinals.
Yeah. What a great performance from Leonardo. Such a strong server, having a great longboard event as well with a 10-point ride. Unfortunately, he didn't even win that heat, but we're seeing Pedro up on a wave here. Nice turn off the top. Great finishing turn, riding out of it with control. Yeah, but unfortunately, it's a goodbye to Pedro this time, but what a great performance from the young Brazilian.
Yeah, we'll definitely be seeing him in future SUP surfing events. He's going to be a name to look out for, but the man on screen is the highlight of that last quarterfinal. Leonardo Jimenez putting together some healthy wave scores to take the victory. Sebastian Gomez moving forward as well in that second place. So we're going to throw to another short commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We're going to come up with quarterfinal number 4 of the men's right after this.
The beach? When was the last time you tried something new?
Could I do this every day?
Yep.
Could I cross the island hiking?
Yep. Or riding, if you want.
Hello, how can I help you, sir?
Oui, bonjour madame. Cancel my flight, please.
What is this?
This is our unique nature.
Oh.
And there is more. A lot more. Could that be why we smile so much? Or is it because of this? Because every day is a new discovery. Start your vital movement.
Hello and welcome back to day number 4, the APP World Tour Gran Canaria Pro-Am. You are watching the last heat of the day, quarterfinal number 4 of the men's. Luis Denise in the red, Capono Fukuda in the white, and Wellington Rice in the yellow. Wellington Rice, a 2019 event winner here. Going to be great to see him back out in the water. Capono Fukuda, your current junior boys world champion. Luis Denise, ISA world champion as well. So 3... Well, Wellington not technically a world champion, but at least an event champion. So 2 world champions out there. And then an event winner in the past. So what a heat we have on hands. My name's Bo Nixon, joined by Emily Uturu.
Yes.
To call the action. Emily, what are you thinking?
Yeah, but just another great heat that could, potentially be a final. I'm like, it's almost sad that we have to say goodbye to one of these guys in each of the heat, right? Because it's just such amazing surfers. And yeah, I'm really excited to see these guys in action with the junior world champion and then Luis Denise and Wellington. We know what they can do on the wave as well.
Oh, we certainly do. They are going to bring their A game to this heat because Capono looking to go further in this event, wanting to showcase what he has as a junior talent out of Japan. Luis Denise, who dropped the 10-point ride last year here for this event. It's going to be great action as we're going to throw it down to a beach interview with the winner of that last heat with Tatiana.
Leo Jimenez, welcome back. You were absolutely ripping out there. Tell me, how did it feel?
Yeah, I feel pretty stoked to do my serve there. I got 2 good waves good performance. And yeah, pretty stoked to go into the semifinals. It's my first time in the semifinals here in the World Championship. And yeah, that's it.
Well, congratulations, that's big. Now tell me about your board. What board are you using? What dimensions?
Yeah, it's 611 with 23 and 1/4. It's from Delta Menezes Classic Longboards from Brazil. And that's not new board, but it's that magic board that I use. I was national champion with that board, yeah. That's good memories with this board.
Yeah, I mean, it's serving you well. Yeah. Well, congratulations, and we'll see you in the semi-finals.
Thank you.
Yeah, great to hear from Leonardo there. What a great performance as well for him.
Yeah, great surfing on the backhand in that last heat. He had some great wave scores go down. He'll be moving through alongside Sebastian Gomez. Pedro Viga dropped a small 4-point ride for that last score of him. So not enough to progress, but we'll see more of Pedro into the future.
Yeah, for sure.
As the ocean's a bit sleepy to start off quarterfinal number 4.
Yeah, but yeah, really excited. But look at Luis. He's like standing underwater. It's a very small board he's riding here. Yeah, looks like there might be something coming as we look out the bus here.
Yeah,
we see a set. There's still no priority established. So who is going to go for this one? It looks like it's Kabuna.
Yeah, Capono Fukuda coming from deep on this one. He's going to go high line across that section. Not going to be able to make it around though. Did look like Luis Denise might have been in a better position, but had to give way to Capono there to start the priority system in this heat. So once you do catch a wave, it means you go to the 3rd priority with the 3-person heat, and then the other 2 will battle it out to figure out 1st priority.
Yeah. Do you think Luis is going to take it to the air today?
It's a good question. I don't think he will. I think he's going to save it maybe for the finals if he does get through tomorrow. But I know he's definitely more of an aerial surfer on a beach break.
Yeah.
I think he's going to stick to his backhand attack out here today. As you said, he's on a super small board, 6 feet 6 inches long, 63 litres, I believe, or 62 litres. It's only about 23 inches wide.
It's not much more than a normal shortboard.
It's not much more than my shortboard. My shortboard's actually longer.
I know. I was on the first lay day we had. I was doing some interviews and stuff with all the surfers, and then after I went for a surf with Luis and Leko, and yeah, it was so small. It was lay day. There was barely any waves. I was on a massive longboard, and Luis was just absolutely ripping on every little set wave that came through. He was just on it.
Yeah, it's amazing to see his kind of ability in small waves, big waves, anything he can deal with. Capono dropping a 1.33 for that ride that we saw a few minutes ago. So Capono, he likes to get things started early in his heats. Always likes to be the first one to catch a wave. I think we were talking about this the other day. He likes to stay busy, set the kind of tone at the start of the heat. I think all surfers pushing themselves quite deep on the reef to begin this heat. You see a great drone angle of our event site. We are on the city sightseeing bus, the red bus there, left of screen. Right next to the athletes area.
Pretty good location we are in today.
Oh, fantastic location. Got the sun streaming in. We've got a view.
Yeah, it's a bit better than sitting in the container.
It is a little bit better.
But yeah, we're in the middle of all the action here.
And so are you, watching from wherever you are, tuning in from.
Yeah, let us know where you're tuning in from, and if you have any questions or anything you'd like to add. We keep an eye on the Facebook and the YouTube to see if you guys have any questions for us, if you just want to give some support for the surfers.
Yeah, beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Gran Canaria. Here for the Gran Canaria Pro-Am. We'll be crowning world champions tomorrow for this event in both the men and the women's. Stay tuned to that tomorrow morning. We're going to be going live at about 7:30 a.m. We're going to check the conditions as we get up. Still hoping that this swell is going to be left over. We've got some great waves on offer for the competitors tomorrow. We've got 6 heats to run. Tomorrow we have the semi-finals for the men, semi-finals for the women, and then the finals of each division as well. Going to be 4-person semis and 4-person final.
Yeah, and I think tomorrow, depending on the condition, we're going to establish how long those heats are going to be. Today we're running 40-minute heats because the ocean is a bit slower than we had hoped. So we had to change the format a bit and just run with a bit longer heats to make sure everybody gets some good waves.
That's so true. So you get a great drone angle of the contest area. You can see those rocks underneath the waves as they break in, and we're going to get a beautiful shot of the right-hand point break here at El Lloret. Kind of just outside the city of Las Palmas de Gran Canaria. Of course, want to thank the city for having us holding this event here. People of Gran Canaria. See the big shopping centre, Las Arenas, on the left-hand side of screen. As we're going to have a look at some lines possibly approaching the lineup. Luis and Wellington going to fight for position. Looks like Wellington has that inside position at the moment. This being a right-hand point break, waves are going to be breaking across to the left-hand side of your screen. Capono moving across as well to see if he can put himself in a bit more of a position for this one. He's going to paddle on the inside, take off on this one.
Looks like a great wave as we look out the window here. Nice carve. Unfortunately, he gets stuck there and goes down. Looks like there might be something coming for Wellington here.
Yeah, Wellington's got to put some strong paddle strokes in to get onto this one. He's going to drop down to one of the bigger waves we've seen.
Wow.
Great first turn there from Wellington. He's going to back it up again with another turn off the top. This is why he was your 2019 event winner. Wellington Rice going again off the top. He's going to not fit in another one, but he's done all the hard work already.
That was some great backhand hacks on that one.
Yeah, Wellington Rice, one of the competitors to really want to get competition underway here at El Lloret. That is why, because he loves this wave and he surfs it so well.
Yeah, I was doing, as I said, the interviews with them the other day, and I was asking Wellington about his favorite wave in the world, and he mentioned El Lloret.
He did.
And I was like, but in the world, and he was like, yeah, but it's here. It was his absolute favorite wave. He said he just loves this wave.
Yeah, he seems to connect with the section so well. He understands exactly where the waves are going to break. I mean, that first wave of Wellington, that's going to... I'm going to throw it out there. I'm going to be up in that excellent range, I believe, for 3 really big, huge turns. He connected with the pocket of that lip so well through lots of spray. I'm going to take a look at the replay of that wave as well, as we see him stroking in here. Just the way he sets this up. Goes down to the bottom. First turn. This second turn is the money turn. He gets right in that pocket, connects, just sprays Capono in the face, and does another turn as well off the top. And fits in a 4th turn down the line as well. So Wellington.
Yeah, just the way he served that wave, top to bottom. Wow.
I think the boards he has are designed specifically, I think, for this wave. He said that his boards weren't working for him in the other contest area at La Cissa. His boards work much better here for this wave. Wellington on very small 6'8", 61 litres of volume. Still shorter than my shortboard. I've moved up to a mid-length.
Yeah, I'm loving the mid-length here in Gran Canaria as well, especially the last few days. It's been small waves. It's been fun. As we just see, a little low. That was a great set wave though. Like, that's one of the biggest sets we've seen today. I think beside the one from Moritz, that's probably the biggest wave that came through today.
Yeah, I think it's a point to note. It was interesting that Luis hadn't caught a wave in that set either. Capono taking off on a few waves throughout that flurry, but Luis, I think, was maybe in the wrong position, or he's otherwise deciding to strategically wait for the better waves of this heat. Obviously, Wellington had the inside position. It's been established now that Luis is going to hold that first priority, so he's going to sit and wait. As we're still waiting for that score. Wellington asking for the judges to put in that score quickly to apply pressure to his fellow competitors. Capono, there it is, 9.17 for Wellington Rice. You see him stoked out there, probably letting a bit of emotion go as well to his competitors. We see the auditorium. You know, there's going to be the New Year's Eve party for Las Palmas de Gran Canaria here at this building.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be outside. It's going to be pumping.
No way. That's the spot to be.
That is the spot to be. It's going to be packed full on New Year's Eve for a big New Year's concert. As we see our event site just above the auditorium. El Lloret, Las Arenas Shopping Centre on the left-hand side of your screen with the palm trees. Basically got everything you need there. The Christmas tree's already set up.
Yeah, there's a lot of Christmas when you go to that shopping centre. There's a lot of Christmas in November.
It's hard to get in the spirit when it's so warm outside, isn't it?
Yeah, I went over there last night and there was like a lot of Christmas spirit and Mariah Carey on the speakers.
Oh, they're playing so much music there in front of that Christmas tree. My daughter's been just dancing every night.
Yeah.
As we're looking back to the city of Las Palmas de Gran Canaria. On the other side there is where the cruise ships come in to dock. Get lots of visitors each year. As we see Luis opting to let this one go. Wellington's going to back his huge first score up with this one.
He is up and riding. Just pumping some speed down the line as he's taking it to the air.
Oh, amazing to see the progression Wellington brings. Get your backup score in first, Wellington, and then you can take to the air. Acting as a bit of a coach there, but but yeah, Wellington showing the progression. Stand up paddleboarding. Hopefully that's going to translate into Luis Denise's surfing. He's definitely known to do some rotations on his backhand. He's having a smile there. So Wellington staying too busy. So 24 minutes on the clock. Wellington dropped 9.17 to kick things off in this heat. Fantastic score from him, the highest wave score today.
Yeah, that was higher than Taka's wave this morning, or a few heats ago.
That's
it's been
right.
a long day.
Yeah, Taka dropped a 9-point ride for 3 huge turns as well. Wellington managed to do 4 turns, so managed maybe 0.17.
Yeah.
Benoit dropping a couple of 8-point rides. Lecco into the 7-point riders range as well. Leonardo as well with another score in the 7-point ride. So some great scores being dropped.
Yeah, really showing also the potential of this wave. So we're just seeing a lot of people waxing off their boards out the window. They're gonna get ready to jump in, even though it's gonna be like very close to sunset. I think everybody will be hungry to get out there and get a wave before it gets dark.
Oh, definitely will be hungry to get out there. Try and get some waves before competition resumes tomorrow morning. So the skate park in the background, the exercise area here. There's so much to do. It's such an outdoor lifestyle for the city. Definitely somewhere on our list, or my list, to potentially move to.
Yeah, it's great. Like, just you come down every morning, and so many people are running and exercising. Yeah, I went for a run here the other morning, and I used a little gym there. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a great little setup there. You got everything you possibly wanted to do, from pull-ups to sit-ups to I don't know what else to call it.
Yeah, it's a bit of everything.
But there is a bit of everything.
But just look at this heat. We're like halfway through the heat, and Luis still haven't caught a wave.
Yeah, Luis Denis being very patient. I don't think he was really in the right position to take off one of the set waves. I kind of poked my head out to see where he was in the lineup, and he was a little bit deep, a little bit too far out. Capono managing to take off on those waves, but not really managing to make anything of a score. He's only got a few 1-point rides in his scoreline. It's definitely better than what Luis is sitting with at the moment. But it does look like there is something coming through here. Capono taking a small look at this wave. Going to try and get at least a little score on the board. As we see him up and riding now. Going to take to the lip on this first turn. He's going to get around this section as he goes back up into the lip. So connects well there for a couple of turns. Your junior world champion 2 times in a row. 2022, 2023.
Yeah, just finishing on the rocks. It looks like Luis might be getting his campaign started.
Yeah, it's not the greatest looking of waves right now, so he's going to decide not to go. He's going to keep hold of his first priority. You see just how small the boards are that these guys are riding. Wellington definitely weighing a bit more than the volume of his board. Nowadays I'm on about a 90-litre board, 7'6" long. I think that's very small. But obviously not as small as these guys are riding.
Yeah, it's incredible to see them. Like, as I told you earlier, I went on a surf trip with a bunch of the surfers yesterday, and you know, just how fast they are getting up on those tiny little boards and paddling and catching the waves. It's it's amazing to see.
They're in the water every day. They're practicing. They're just trying to hone in on their equipment, their skills. The reason they go so small is to get the performance higher on the wave. You can obviously turn a smaller board a lot faster. Does mean though you need a little bit more push behind the wave to get it going. And that's exactly what we have here at Elioret this afternoon. You are watching quarterfinal number 4 of the men's round for the Gran Canaria Pro-Am. It's going to be the last heat of the day before competition resumes tomorrow for the semi-finals of both the men and women. Some big names moving forward in the semi-finals of each division. It's going to be fantastic to tune in to watch all of that action unfold tomorrow. As we see Luis Denis standing waist deep. He's going to wait very, very patiently. Coming down to 19 minutes on the clock. So he's gone over halfway in this heat without catching a wave. What do you think that does, Emily, as a competitor? Do you kind of seize up a little bit, not moving around, not getting the blood flowing?
Yeah, but I also think, like, mentally, that's, that's definitely going to trick with your mind, and you're going to start getting stressed, and then maybe you're going to take a poor decision going on a bad wave, or, you know, you feel like you've been waiting so long that you need the best wave, and then it just never comes, and you end up maybe not getting a backup score. As we're just seeing Capono up and riding.
Yeah, Capono here Great turn off the lip for that first turn. He's going to kick out. I've seen a few sets behind this one as well, though. Luis Denise going to opt to use priority on this one, so we're going to see how he performs on this first wave. Bringing it through, switching the paddle here. That first turn off the top, he connected with that one really well. He's going to do another turn off the top, looking very similar to what Wellington did earlier too. So 3 big turns.
Yeah.
I think he played the right game there.
Yeah, great start for him. Great first wave, but yeah, the time is ticking fast, and we only have 16 minutes left, as it looks like Wellington might be going for this one. Nice looking wave here. See, getting down the bottom. Just see if he managed to get more out of that wave, but didn't offer him that much potential at the one he had before.
I kind of mistimed that first turn, so didn't put him in rhythm for that next turn. Capono, Luis Denise fighting for priority at the moment on screen. Looks like Capono is just out in front. Capono dropped a 4.1 for his previous ride before that last one. I have a feeling that Luis Denise is going to drop a very good score, though. It's going to make Capono's situation a little bit more tricky to get up, especially because Wellington needs that good backup score. He had a couple of turns on that last one. So lots of scores to drop in for the competitors.
Yeah, keeping the judges busy here on Sunday afternoon.
They certainly are. Judges looking at replays, definitely trying to get the right scores for all of these competitors. Red. Because we're going to throw it to a replay of Luis Denise's last ride. Great looking wave here, Emily.
Yeah, wow. And just look how he draws out that turn. Also the switch of the paddle there. And just another hack off the top. Yes. Pretty solid wave from Luis Denise there. Wow, what a drone shot. Look at the rocks.
That's right, the rocks there creating those boils on the water. You can see on the right side of screen. Pretty shallow rock. But yeah, Luis Denise there. Definitely serving to the judging criteria, showing speed, control, commitment, flow. As we see him paddling now to try and back up that score. We'll see if he can get onto this ride. He does manage to get on top of this wave, so Luis going to go vertical in that first section there. So just one turn at the moment. Luis Denise dropped to 7.67 for his first wave. And pushes Capono down into third place. So even with that one wave score from Luis, Capono needs to get another good score to get in front.
We're still waiting for Wellington's backup score as well. It'll be interesting to see. Get a 15 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, I don't see Wellington's wave going super high, but it's definitely going to extend that scoreline of his. He's already got a 9.17, so sitting pretty confidently in that first position at the moment. It's really going to be a battle for Capono Fukuda to get ahead of the Brazilian contingent here. Capono not looking as on form as he has been throughout this event. He did very well in the junior division and also in the first round of the men's. Wellington also falling victim to having to go through the repechage round number 2 of the men. He had a bit of a shocker on the first day that the men's competition got underway.
Yeah, just didn't really feel the wave on the other side, did he?
No, not at all. He really didn't like the wave that we were surfing at La Cissere. I actually love the wave. It's such a fun little reforming left and then right. Here's some cheers.
Yeah,
maybe a little set.
And just look at all the rest of the competition going down the rocks now, getting ready to get in for a free surf right after this heat finishes.
Yeah, we've got all the women getting ready, prepared for tomorrow. Capono Fukuda on screen right now, though, paddling into this one. He's going to get on top of this wave. He's going to come through. He's going to look for his first turn. There's a little check turn. Manages to throw that board up, though, into the lip. So Great combination of moves there for Capono.
So it looks like there's a wave coming from Wellington out the back. See what he can do with this one. Looks like a nice wall. Nice snap off the top. Big re-entry there. Unfortunately, he gets a bit stuck there, but great first turn.
Yeah, looked like he was almost trying to pull into the barrel there. His third wave score drops in at a 4.27, so that's going to go up into his highest 2 waves. Luis Diniz drops a 3-point ride for his second wave. Capono Fukuda still waiting for his score. Just looking for that kind of mid-range score at the moment to move up into the lead. Great drone angle there of Luis standing on his board. So they use kind of the knee position as Luis has found himself a great looking set here. He's going to take off using his priority. Dropping down the wave face on this one. Fantastic looking wave. Goes up and vertical into the lip. Luis Diniz again on his backhand, carving off the top. He's going to go again up into the lip, throws it up there, and links together through for another maneuver. This wave's still got a bit more scoring potential. He's going to cut back into the white water, bring it all the way through, and take to the air of the end section.
And we're just seeing Capona on the wave behind him with another nice set wave. So he's just carving it around here. Wow, a lot of action. And out the window, we're also seeing Wellington on the third wave of the set.
So Wellington finishing off a ride on the outside there. So 3 great waves coming through for all competitors. Luis Diniz, though, putting on a fantastic performance of backhand sup surfing on that one.
How was that wave?
Can't wait to see a replay of that one. That is going to be another great score. Possibly even bettering that first wave of a 7.67 for Luis.
So we're just seeing a paddle battle going on there between Capona and Luis, trying to get out to establish those priorities.
And Wellington now as well joining that conversation for the paddle battle. But what a flurry of waves as we're counting down to about 11 minutes remaining. So still time for another set wave to come through.
Yeah, I am excited to see the scores starting to drop for those 3. There's a lot of work for the judges there.
Super excited to see all those scores drop. I think it's going to be hard for Capono in the closing stages of this heat now to have a comeback. We're going to go to a replay of those last waves ridden. We're going to start off with Luis Diniz carving off the top there. Bring this one through. This was turn number 4, I think, at the end there. So Luis bringing this one right through to the end. Some fantastic surfing. One of the bigger waves we've seen throughout the day, especially in this heat, the biggest wave. As we're hearing some scores come through, as we're going to watch Capono's replay. Great size wave. Look at this one, Emily.
Yeah, great size now. This was the swell we were hoping for, huh? It is finally here.
Certainly is. Capono doing some really great work out there. This score came through at a
4.87, I think. Let's see. 4.37.
4.37 for Capono. So not enough. Goes into his top 2. It's his highest wave score currently. Still waiting for Luis Diniz's score, though. That's going to change things up.
Yeah.
And Wellington's last score as well.
Yeah, what an exciting heat.
So Wellington did have a wave during that flurry for Luis Diniz and Capono. So we could see a situation change. We've got competitors sitting in the channel, waiting to get to the lineup. Saw Kemi DeBrana paddling out.
Tristan Boxford is there paddling out.
Tristan Boxford paddling out, of course. We're seeing some of the junior competitors hitting the water as well. A bit of downtime in this last heat of the day. Quarterfinal number 4. Judges looking at replays, taking their time for this score to drop. Probably comparing it to Wellington's ride. Guessing having a look at Wellington's 9.17. Is it going to go higher than that?
Yeah. Also interesting to see Wellington. We didn't really manage to see his wave, so we just see the score of that one. I think Wellington's wave is coming in now as a 4.83. So that improves his lead a little bit.
Yeah, not for long, I don't think, though.
Oh, no.
I'm going to call it. I'm going to go out and live here.
Yeah.
Luis Denise putting together a very well-surfed wave. I have a feeling he's going to take the lead. He needs in... Can't read it. Trying to read the scores on screen, but he's going to need, I think, around a 7-point ride.
Yeah, I'm not going to try either.
Yeah, he's got a 7.67, so needs about a 7 to get up into that 14-point range. As we try to see some lines hopefully approaching the lineup. Coming down to 7 minutes remaining in this heat. There we go. Score has dropped an 8.67 for Luis Denise. Does change the situation. Luis now in first. Wellington Rice in second position. First to advance to the semi-finals. Which means Kapono Fukuda is now looking for a huge score of a 9.6.
Yeah. Good job of Luis.
And we thought maybe he was playing a very patient strategy.
Yeah, he did. Just three waves caught, and we're just having Wellington's last wave in as a 5.6. Now putting Kapono in a combo situation for that second position.
There you go. So it has changed dramatically as we see a great one-wave set, maybe 2 waves approaching the lineup.
Wellington sitting with that first priority, and he's going to use it. He is up and riding. Looks like a great set wave here off the top there. Snap. Just another one. Unfortunately, he goes down with the lip. Looks like there's another wave coming for Luis Denise.
Yeah, Luis taking a look at this one, taking off. He's got to improve on a huge score already of a 7.67 as he decides to kick out of that one. Leaving priority with Kapono. Kapono needing 2 new wave scores, though. He's going to try this one to better his situation. The young Japanese world champion SUP surfer. He's going to go off the top, under the lip here, and can't quite hold on to it. Looks like he's maybe riding a little bit bigger board than he usually does ride. That board getting a little bit sticky on a few of those waves. So unfortunately, Kapono now relegated to 3rd priority. It's going to make things very, very difficult for him coming down to 5 minutes left in quarterfinal number 4. Great little change of situation happening toward the end of this heat.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure it looks like Luis Denise will be moving through.
Yep, looking good for Luis. Wow, what a finals day we're going to have tomorrow.
Oh, it's going to be insane action. It's going to be 4 surfers in each heat, so it's just going to be blow for blow. It's going to be wave after wave of amazing SUP surfing for both the men and the women. As the ocean's gone a little bit sleepy on Kapono. He's caught lots of waves in this heat so far, but none have produced a big score to get himself out of that combination situation.
Just 4 minutes left on the clock. As we see Kapono paddling around, desperately seeing if he can get something. Sitting with 3rd priority, it's looking very difficult for him.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be... He might get 1 more wave in this heat, but I don't see him getting the 2 needed to break that combination situation. Or to not just break it, to actually beat it. He's going to need some pretty high scores, at least something in the 8-point range. As we see our free surfers getting ready in the channel to hit the liner. All the ladies there getting prepared alongside Tristan Boxford.
Yeah.
First position, winning the heat, red. Second position, yellow. Yellow unit 7.17.
So we
And third position, white.
checking the conditions out there to see any waves coming through. Doesn't look like there's much there. Luis Denise putting together a 7.67 and an 8.67. That's a total heat score of 16.34. Wellington Rice a 9.17 to kick things off in this heat. Backed up with a 5.6 later on.
Yeah, first wave of the heat. Just a 9.17. Why not?
No better way to do it, really.
Yeah. Just 2 minutes left on the clock. We don't really see any sets approaching.
So at this stage, your Brazilian competitors, Luis and Wellington, will be moving through to finals day.
Yeah. I am excited for tomorrow.
I don't know if I'll sleep tonight. Going to be a short day of action tomorrow. Going to try and get things wrapped up before the high tide hits at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So we'll probably get things underway at 7:30 or 8 o'clock and run through till about 11:30 tomorrow morning. So wherever you are on a Monday morning, tune in. Maybe you're at work in Europe and just switch us on in the background.
Yes.
Maybe you're going to bed in Australia. It's going to be late at night in the US.
Yeah.
But tune in. Don't go anywhere.
And after all the surfing you've seen today, who's your money on?
Oh, that is a huge question. I mean, I'm going to throw some names out there. Benoit Carpentier, obviously last year's event winner here. We saw...
Just so consistent. Like, I think that's, his main strength is like, wow, what a consistency he showed throughout the whole competition and in the longboarding.
That's right. I think it's really going to come down to wave selection tomorrow. Wellington Rice is definitely a competitor I'm going to throw in there as well. I think we're going to see the Brazilians storm through to the final. But what do I know? Tomorrow's a new day. It's a fresh day.
We'll have to come down here. Hopefully it's just pumping waves and it's going to be amazing, yeah. And as we see the two friends, Luis and Wellington, moving into finals day together.
What a great performance from those two SUP surfers. Alongside fellow Brazilian earlier today, Leco Salazar taking the win. Leonardo Jimenez as well, moving through to finals day. So a lot of Brazilian surfers moving through.
Yeah.
30 seconds, 30 segundos.
We see spectators there lining the promenade here at Elliorette. Great to see a lot of support for our SUP surfers. Capono going to give it one more shot. Let's see what he's got for us on this final wave. He's in a combination situation, so not going to be able to find his way out of that situation with that. And there you go. Finals day is secure. We'll be running semi-finals tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Tune in early. 7:30 we are hoping to run. So yeah, tune in tomorrow morning. It's going to be a very great day. It's going to be finals day for men and women's. We're going to run it everything. We're going to crown 2 world champions.
We are going to crown 2 world champions for 2023 for the SUP surfing side on the APP World Tour. Thanks very much for tuning in. Remember, call tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. We will see you back then very soon.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching today, and thank you both.
Thanks, Emily. Been fun calling the action with you.
Yeah,
see you again tomorrow.
What an amazing afternoon. So yeah, tune in tomorrow morning, and we'll see you then.
Have you ever wondered why you always want more? More Mondays without an alarm. More first tones. More whiffs of the salty sea and the countrified country. More smiles for the camera. More unexpected friends. More laughing at life. More enjoying the journey. And what if the answer was never really what, but where? Gran Canaria. So much to live for.